Oh my. I am in such high spirits right now, sorry. Oh goodness. But first comes the intro before anything else. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone who's here. Ooh, thank you anyone who gave a like before stream even started, that's appreciated. Oh god, I know it's been over 14 hours. Let me let this spin for you so you have something to look at. I know it's been over 14 hours, chat. However, there will still be no building this stream. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is this gonna be more prep? Oh my god. Ooh. It's been over a month. Nothing's been assembled. And nothing's gonna be assembled today either. How did we get here? I'm not quite sure. But we are here, and that's what matters. Oh, but also the reason I'm such a giggle puss is because after probably over a year of trying to watch it, I finally finished Gundam X. It's such a good series, chat. I don't want to spoil anything, but it ends in a beam struggle. It is the best Gundam for that alone. It's fucking peak. Oh, but we're not here about Gundam X. We're here to continue this build. Oh, wait. Why not talk about the thing that I have literally spinning right here in front of all of you? I finally got an airbrush. So, I can't do it on stream because I don't have everything set up, but I have an airbrush, I have an air hose, wherever that is. I have a compressor thingy. Ooh, I got all the things. So I can prime this kit that we are building today. Well, we're not building it. Do I have the kit? 1 minute. But let me move some stuff around. But I can finally. Oh, that fell out. That's no good. But with it, I can finally not have to rely on this ugly, like, you know, vomit yellow. Not this ugly vomit yellow that comes in the box, and I can spray it bronze, which will be a far better complementary color. I kind of wonder if I should leave it on the sprue, but, well, we have to cut it off the sprue, so I guess we can't leave it on the sprue. But over the next week or two, I'm going to be priming all of these parts. But to prime them, I first have to get them off the runner. And if you're wondering why it doesn't have the tank on it, it's because before stream I put the tank on. I was like, okay, and then I started spinning it, and it just gave a 360 of my room. And I was like, you know what? Let's not have the super reflective thing spinning around, just showing my entire room. Maybe that's a bad idea. Let me get my chat redundancies up real quick. I actually started to stream a little late. I started stream a little late because of Gundam X. So it might take a little while for people to file in, but that's okay. And then click here. But because we're not doing any painting today, technically, I can get out the Tomoe mat. We can use it again today, because we're just going to be cutting out things and putting it in a bag, at least at the start. And we have most of the prep done. I think we just have to bag the lower body and the wing things it has. Oh my gosh. I'm just thinking about the philosophy that's like dropped at the end of Gundam X, man. Man, they had like they had 10 less episodes than their average Gundam series, so they kind of just booked it at the end. They were just like, Oh hey, we have like we just don't have time to finish the series, so they just booked it and it was like only core like thematics and plot are allowed for the next like 5 to 10 episodes. And it really just locks in. Local Burb on the scene. Welcome, Burb. Welcome, Burb. It's always good to see a fellow dinosaur. I hope you're having a good day. I saw that your model is finally like 100% done, apparently. Ooh, I saw on the Twitter. Ooh, so I'm very happy to see that. I know that you've been I know that, like, you know, that it's been kind of touch and go. I'm happy to hear though that everything's finally ready to go. I'm sorry Shockwave wasn't on the list. Ooh, I was trying to think of purple stuff and I was like, Barney the dinosaur, that's purple. Prince, Prince was known for being purple. Ooh. But he made one album. Yeesh. Okay, we need the instructions. Uh-oh. 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 It would appear my instructions are not in the box, which is a problem. Oh, I found... By the way, I found out, where are they? These parts. I lost them again. But I found the rest of these parts, so I'm not actually short on these parts. I just lost the rest of them. All good. I will proceed to hold on against... Ooh, hold it against you for getting the purple logical husbando. Ooh, no! Okay, hold on. Wait. And I love how Shockwave sees a woman for the first time, immediately just goes, females! Like a Ferengi. I would love to, like, that's really what he is. Ooh, it's not capturing probably, but really what he is, he's like a Vulcan crossed with a Ferengi. Has all the logic of a Vulcan and all the sexism of a Ferengi. He's the perfect life form. I need instructions so I can actually cut out. No, this is Hyper Gianco's instructions. Oh, how embarrassing. I was too busy watching Peak Gundam. Ooh, and I didn't get out the owl. Oh, where are the instructions? I had to babysit a lot during the Barney era, so I hate the purple dino. I hate you, you hate me. Let's get together and kill Barney. I don't remember the rest of the song, but I remember that was a parody song. Ooh. There's a whole parody song about killing Barney because people rightfully hated him. There it is. Oh, why are you here? Okay, so that was a really weird place, but I found the instructions so we can actually we can tag him and bag him. I talked with the character creator, Bob Budilinitsky, and said you take Spock and turn him up to 11. It's it's kind of funny because the whole thing is they're all robots, but then it's just Shockwave stands out because he's the most stereotypically robot. He's just literally just like, I'm just all about logic and programs and following things, and it's just like all the other ones are they're like people. They're just, you know, alien robots, and then you just have Shockwave, who is the one who is just like beep boop bop, I turn into gun. I always forget that the instructions for some reason are a booklet. I say for some reason. It's just, you never get booklets in high grade form unless it's like a really big high grade or it's really special. And I guess those Seed fans, they pay enough money for the... They're like, you know what, Seed fans? You get 2 staples. That's how much we love you. That's how you know they love Gundam Seed. They give them 2 whole staples per booklet. That's a lot of metal. Bandai and every other kit. Nah, make it fold out. Make it fold out in the worst way imaginable. Make it just a real pain. Make it so you have to fold it out just to get to page 1. You have to completely unfold it, then refold it just to look at page 1. But I hope everyone's having a fine week. Give me my phone, you little bastard. There we go. Let's see here. Ah! Ah! Those were... Things are falling off the table, don't worry. You can't see it, so it didn't happen. You know, you just heard sounds. Loud noises. We have the head. We've done the torso. Have we done the torso? What do we have? We have torso, I think. Yeah, sure. Let's just... Yeah, sure. Why not? We have... parts of the leg. That's always good. We have arms. We have... maybe the waist. We have things. Where's the head? We have head. Ooh. Whatever. Oh god, I wish Gundam was here right now because apparently he wished scuff upon us. Ooh, he warned us of scuff, but the problem is the scuff didn't happen to us. It happened to Eda. Eda had a... Fucking, what did Gundam know? Gundam might shatter. What did he know? He comes into chat and he's like, I warn you of scuff. And I'm like, you know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's like a sunrise, you know, it's always a, you know, it's a VTuber stream, but of course it's gonna be scuff. And then Eda starts her stream, and like 5 minutes in, it just crashes, and she comes back, and everything's not working, and it's just... But she pulled through, and she course corrected. She made the future she wanted, you know? She saw the future of her stream not coming back up, of her stream being a failure, and she's like, no, I'm gonna make it a success, and she did. Ooh. You know, she must have also watched Gundam X, because that's the whole philosophy of Gundam X. Future is not what you see, it's what you make it. Oh! Sorry, Gundam. Oh, God. God, like, that kind of sums up the philosophy pretty well. I'm actually gonna have to write that down. What you see, it's what you make. What you make. And also, you are not. Hello, Ivan. Also, Gundam X's philosophy is also you are not what others see. I'm also having, but what you decide to be. I feel like that sums up Gundam X's philosophy at the end pretty well. The future is not what you see, but what you make. And you are not what others see, but what you decide to be. And it's... God, it's so good. It took me like a year to get there, but we got there. Lon isn't even here. Lon, the person who, like, was the reason why I watched Gundam X when I did. I'm like 90% sure it was Lon. He was praising Gundam X. I finally get to the end. He ain't even here. I hear China's going to make upper scale 1/100 Murasaki. I saw that on the Discord. I just was so busy between cooking dinner and finishing Gundam X that I could not respond to the stuff on the Discord. I'm gonna have to do that after stream. I recently, let's see, Bright? What? Bot, you're first. It auto-corrected to Bright for some reason. Bright Noah? Ah! Freedom movie kit, and it's a Murasai kit. Ooh. The Murasai, whenever I read Murasai, I think of Marasai. I think it's the Murasai. Yeah. Wait a minute. Be right back. Where are you? Every time I read it, guess I know I'm not at the fucking mic right now. Give me a break! Every time I read Murasai, what I read, let me make sure there's no like stickers from where I bought this. No. Okay. I read this. I want to read Marasai. My brain, it's like the Kira meme where every time I read Murasai, it's like, Kira, it's Marasai. It's like, no, not that. Not that. I'll share. Ooh, if it's an image, I'll share it from the Discord. What, the 1/100 is. Okay. This is, wait, is this it? I believe this is the 1/100 Marasai. Ah, I hate how reflective that is because it's so black. Ooh. But that's what it is. Very different, as you can see. Murasame Kai. Oh, wait a minute. Have I just been misreading it? It's Murasame? That says Murasai. Murasame. Wait. But this is, wait. Is it Murasai or Murasame? Wait a minute. Like the Gundam X After, I like Gundam X After War. It is literally the Mad Max Apocalypse. Oh god, the fact that it starts off as Mad Max Gundam is so peak. It's so peak. You literally have like a guy, I think, in a mohawk piloting, like a guy with like mohawk and like, you know, like a football gear, like piloting a American football. But he has like pads and a mohawk, and he's just like piloting a Zaku like in the first episode, and you're like, this is immediately, like you'll never see that in any other Gundam. It's immediately, it just catches your interest. I just wish they released the Gundam X After War Zaku with the mustache. I would, god, if they did a I would buy all of them. It, like, I know the Zaku like's good. I love almost every mobile suit in that universe. If they did a revive, if they did every mobile suit from that, I would buy them all. The Bertigo, which is like, it's literally like the Quebly had a son and it turned out to be a twink. Imagine a twink version of the Quebly. It's fucking beautiful, chat. It is literally one of the most beautiful mobile suits in all of Gundam. And it's fitting because it's also piloted by a twink. It's piloted by a twink who's voiced by a woman who's not even trying to sound like a boy. She just sounds like a 30-year-old woman. You just watch Gundam X and this twink walks on screen. I don't remember his name, I just call him the twink. He walks onto screen and there's just a 30-year-old woman's voice comes out of him. And it's just like, they just didn't even give a shit. But it's a good voice actor, so it's okay. Oh god, but 1/44th scale for the Zaku-like version and the GM, the 3i GM. It's so simple, but so clean. I love the mobile suit, the bit mobile suits. I love everything, man. I got it wrong. It's, the Murasame. Okay. Oh, I got mixed up in the name of the Murasai. Okay. Marasai. I wouldn't mind the upscale of the, Murasame up, 1/100. I look, looks like the RE 1/100. Ooh. That's one thing that I like about RE 100s is, I still need to see if that Zaku is available. Let me look at the Bertigo real quick. We are already off to the races, though. Line art isn't the best. It T-poses on its enemies, which is why it's so awesome, chat. Like, this is just what it does when it goes into battle. It just T-poses, and that's when it's using its new type powers. It never T-poses in the second half of the series. It just loses all of its funnels, I guess. No, the guy has, like, you know, he's a cyber new type, and he gets brain damage, effectively, and can't use his cyber new type abilities anymore. That's what it is. Or using his abilities makes him have a stroke. I don't care. That's why he doesn't use it anymore. But it's just a beautiful mobile suit. Ooh. It is just gorgeous, and I want one so fucking bad. If you told me right now that there's like a high quality third party, I might have to get it. It's probably my favorite mobile suit from all of Gundam X. And Gundam X has some clean mobile suit designs. I love... I'm sorry, we should be prepping, but I love how the Zaku likes. They do ground effect like hovering. They do hovering like the Dom does, you know, to move around. The Dom! We need to talk about the Dom, because that's what won the poll. But it does ground effect. It does like hover, but it hovers like the Dom. But instead of like, you know, just like using its like leg skirts to like create like an air pocket, it just uses surfboards. It just has hoverboards that it rides on. And no other Gundam series has the balls to do that, to be like, yeah, you know what? Just hoverboards. Why not? You see this giant, like, you know, you see this giant land ship? It moves by hover. It moves by, like, hoverboard systems. I fucking love Gundam X so much. Ooh. It's literally Gundam X version of the Quebly. It really is! But it's smaller is the thing. But yeah, it literally is the Gundam X Quebly. Ooh, but it's fucking beautiful, man. It is such a beautiful thing. But well, that's really small. You're not a twink. Why are you so small? But this will be not our next build, but we should be starting it next week on Wednesday. So guess what we're not doing on Wednesday? Continuing this build. So we're not building this next week either. This kit will get done. We will start building the Black Knight one day. I swear to God we will. Okay, every other kit is like, you know, 2 to 3 parts. The fact that we're on part 4 and we haven't assembled one thing so far, it's just a coincidence, okay? It just happens. I don't know why. It just happens sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean only with this build. But we will be building the Dom from GQ, because it won by how many votes? Let me look at the poll real quick, because I did the announcement for the winner. Yeah, OBS was just messing up with her. So let me see here. Polling booth. It won with 9 votes. And to give you a reference, the second highest vote was the Efreet Nacht with 5 votes. But that also reminds me, we will be building the Efreet Nacht after the Dom GQ. And you might be like, but it didn't win. No, but there's a rule, and that is if a build gets second place 3 times in a row, then we're going to build it. And by getting second place in this poll, the Efreet Nacht has gotten second place 3 times. Ooh. Let me not leave you hanging any longer with your chat, though. Ooh. I want to see a 1/100 Gugak from Gundam X. Gurak. I'm gonna just call it like the Gurak. It is literally the Snow Zaku with a mustache and wearing... God! When I was thinking of the surfboard, I was thinking of that. The surfboard is used in other places, like later on as well. But the first time I think we see the hoverboard is with the Snow Zaku. Ooh. Oh, so it looks really good. It all looks so good, chat. If you have not seen Gundam X, please go watch it. It is so nice. We did do this part last week. It's just everything blends together. But yes, everything, dude. Even the variants in Gundam X are peak. Even the variants are peak. I love the Gelgoog of its universe, because it's just like a heavy armored, upscaled version of their Zaku. And they find the weak spot that, like, you know, like it's weak and it's like in its torso Vernair is its weak spot. You shoot it there, it explodes. Kind of seems like a bad weak spot. You know, if you shoot it center of mass, it explodes. But what I like about it is the fact that the Gelgoog, like, of Gundam X is, like, sold as having, like, really thick armor. and they commit to that the whole time. Every time it's on screen and it gets hit, and it's not hit in the in the stomach, it takes the blow, and it like deforms the armor, you know? Like, it doesn't just explode. Like, you'll see everything else around it explode, and then it'll go to like the Gelgoog, like, I forget what it's called, but the Gelgoog, it's in my notes, but I'm not gonna look at it. The Gelgoog, like, and it will not be destroyed. And I like that consistency, because a lot of other Gundam series would be like, oh, here's its weak spot, and then just show it always getting hit in that weak spot. But not Gundam X, because Gundam X is like, no, because it's not always going to get hit in that weak spot now that we've shown it. Gundam X After War reminded you of Trigun, but Gundam. It does have that feel, but that's just because both, well, Trigun is a space western set in a pre-terraformed planet. We've been over this. It took us like half an hour to remember that the term space western. That was during another fucking Black Knight stream too. It all comes full circle, chat. It all comes full circle. But yeah, Trigun's a nice classic. Back where, like, you know, the voice acting in English was like not always the best, but you could tell they were giving it their all, no matter what. Like, some of the voice acting would be pretty nice, some of it not so nice, but they were always giving it all. It's not like today where it's just, it's either people who are tryhards who aren't that good, or people completely phoning it in, man. I cannot watch the ReZero dub, the ReZero dub. I can't watch it. I have to watch it in Japanese. Ooh. Let me find the sprues that I need. Oh my, wait. Ooh. But speaking of that, because I'm done with Gundam X, I can finally finish ReZero now. So I can't watch Gundam. What's the next Gundam I'm supposed to watch? Pre-terraform. Because the planet in Trigun was going to be terraformed, but then it got interrupted. So it's like a pre-terraformed planet. So it's like, it's terraformed enough for humans to live on it, but not for humans to flourish on it, which is why it's like dropping hundreds of space colonies at Earth in Gundam X War. I mean, that's a free way to terraform. Now that would be a free way to terraform in a bad way. You are terraforming. You're making a lot of new surface, and you're throwing a lot of the existing surface into the atmosphere. Let's see here, legs. Okay, double up. These are symmetrical. I do like that. A lot of this construction is very symmetrical. They can just cut out these parts, and it makes it so when we do build it, it's gonna go pretty fast, in all honesty. Ooh. You know, hopefully it'll go pretty fast because it's very streamlined, the instructions. It's just, for some reason, whenever it's a Black Knight stream, we just don't shut the fuck up. Sorry for cursing. We just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. The first Black Knight stream, you know what we did? We painted, like, and these aren't even what the color they are anymore, but we painted, like, I think these pieces, or I think that might have actually been the arm pieces and not even these pieces, but we painted these teal, and you might be, they're not teal. Yeah, we got rid of that shit. We painted these, and then that's it. We cut these off and just talked about doing stuff and did nothing. A lot seemed to try and mimic the original back then, and I'm not biased because I started with the dubs. Back then. Well, one thing, I hate the excuse, and it is when they go like, oh, well, like, you have to sound exactly how they, like, speak in, like, the Japanese dub. You need to, like, inflect your voice like them, because, like, the lip syncs. That's complete bullshit. That's firstly, like, I've watched, like, you know, mid 2010s and whatnot dubs. You know, dubs peaked in, like, the 2010s and whatnot, early 2010s. And, like, you can watch the Fullmetal Alchemist dub. They're not, like, you know, they'll have, like, a, huh? moment, but they won't go, like, eh? You know, they won't go, like, Buzz Lightyear, eh? you know, voice. They won't inflect their voice like the Japanese because they're speaking English. It's really weird. Like, any other language, they understand, oh yeah, you know, like, we inflect our voice normally. It's like, no, you have to inflect your voice because because if you don't, your mouth won't sync up. And then you look at the lip sync, and what's the lip sync? Like, it's just, it's just, it's not like complex fucking lip movements half the time. Ooh. Like, it's just the mouth's moving up and down because it's simple animation like 90% of the time, because you're not gonna animate somebody's entire jaw moving and, like, them articulating things perfectly. Ooh. It's just excuses. But I do... The thing is, it's endearing in the early dubs. You watch Gundam Wing and you get... Hero! Here I am! Kill me! You get that, you're like, that's endearing. She's trying her best. Bless her heart, you know? Ooh. But you hear that today and you're like, man, you're getting, like, we've been doing this for 30 years and we've regressed. Let's see here. For some reason, I thought the landing page said 9 p.m. EST. Well, it was never... Well, technically it was 9 p.m. EST, but it was accidentally set for 8 originally. The stream was originally set for 8 EDT. But you're on the East Coast, so you should also be EDT. Unless you just fucking jailbroke your phone and made it so that you just don't use daylight savings, because it is wait, is it? No, wait, is it like not, wait, right now, is it like 9:17 EST or is it 7:17 EST? I hate daylight savings so fucking much. I cannot put into words. I had dinner anyway, so I wouldn't have made it for 7:30 anyways. It was set for 7:40, but 7:45, so don't worry, you didn't miss that much. I hope you had a good dinner though. What the fuck? What am I even doing? I'm doing everything but building. It's just every damn one of these streams, and we still haven't talked about Symbiotic Titan. We're so busy talking about mecha, we can't talk about mecha. The great struggle. I watched the official German dub of the SAG Tanya the Evil. I was disappointed that it sounded like reading a script. They didn't. I mean, they're Germans. I don't know if they can. You know, well, actually it was an Austrian, but one time, you know, there was a Germanic guy who emoted once, you know, very emotive in his reading, you know, even when he was reading a script, he put a lot of passion into it. He did a lot of drugs as well. Okay painter, terrible guy, you know. Every time I learn more about him, I'm like, wow, what a jerk. That's from Norm Macdonald, I'm sorry. What was I getting at? But yeah, you know, like, Germany, it's like, well, we can't be emotional anymore, you know? There was one guy who was emotional once, and we just went down a bad road. That's German politics 101. It's... Nuh-uh. It's 8:18 EDT, Eastern Daylight Time. Nuh-uh. Because because we just do that shit. I like the Ghost Stories English dub. The Black Cat says, she ghost and she a ghost and she a bitch. That is a good line from it. No, I need to die now. I like at the end when he's like, no, I need to sacrifice myself. It's like, this is a sudden change of heart. Yeah, but like, you know, they're gonna see this and I'm gonna get an Oscar for it, you know, just, so shut up. Or a Golden Globe or something, like, award ceremony, here I come. Ah! Well, at least I know I'm not, losing my mind. I'm not losing my mind. I am, dude. I don't have much mind to lose, but I'm losing it, man. I'm losing it. Oh, gee, Scoob. Oh, I think somebody might have laced our Scooby snacks. Zoinks! If ever there was, like, a Scooby-Doo where Shaggy unironically did drugs, I would fucking hate it. I would hate it. If they did, like, you know, like an adult Scooby-Doo or something where he was actually doing drugs, it would be the worst thing ever. Because the whole joke is he does drugs, but he doesn't actually do drugs because it's a kid's show. It's like the Scooby-Doo movie, you know, like they show the mystery mobile and a bunch of like smoke coming out of it, and you're like, oh, he's doing pot, and then it goes into this inside of the mystery mobile, and they're just cooking food, and all the smoke is from like them cooking, and you're like, I see what you did there, you know, good on ya. Oh, okay, I see what piece this is. It is this piece. But if it cut inside and they were just doing joints, it wouldn't be as funny. There's no punchline. It's just them doing drugs. But I can't wait for China to release the bootleg version of the sliver green color of the high-grade Phantom Gundam. Ooh. The Phantom Gundam, is the Phantom Gundam the one that is, I think, Gundam's profile on the Discord? Is that the Phantom one? It's the one that has, like, all the, like, Phantom green flames on it? Or am I thinking of something else? I know, wait. Eda likes the Phantom Goof, I think? Or the Phantom Zaku? Is there a Phantom Zaku? Phantom Gundam. Yeah, it's not green, it's pink flames. The mobile suit's green, but the flames are pink. I'm just kind of retarded, I guess. Okay. Didn't they make the Scooby-Doo cartoon woke or something? And there was Velma, and Velma was like so bad that I don't even think it got a second season. Which is like on streaming services, you always get contracted for 2 seasons. I don't know if Velma did get a second season, and nobody talked about it because it was so bad. Ooh. There was Velma, and Velma wasn't a Scooby-Doo show. That was a, Indian woman with a chip on her shoulder, just made a show about herself and how she has a chip on her shoulder. It has nothing to do with Scooby-Doo outside of the fact that the characters use their names. So, yes and no. Ooh. I forget what the woman's name was, but what I just described is literally what it was. Is some woman with a chip on her shoulder got the rights to Scooby-Doo somehow, and then made a show about herself and how she's the best person ever, and how even though she's a jerk, she's cool. And it's just like, you aren't, though. Like, you need to be competent to be a jerk and cool. You need to be like, I saw a video recently, like Gregory House, or whatever his first name is, I don't give a crap. But you need to be like House MD. He's a jerk, but he saves people's lives, you know? Like, he'll call you an idiot, but he'll make sure you don't die because of your stupidity. And you're like, okay, well, he's not so bad. Meanwhile, Velma will be like, well, a person died. Well, they were a bimbo, so who cares? And it's like... like, House being a prick is because he has pride and pain. You put those two things together, his coping mechanism is making everyone else's day worse. Because if he has to feel pain, so do you. Yeah, Velma. God, that was an awful, and it was, yeah. It was pretty bad. Season 2 ends with Velma dying, and everyone rejoiced. Ooh. That's not even, I'm not even being hyperbolic. I'm like, she just dies. Scrappy-Doo, like, is the villain of the second season. You might be like, wait, what? Don't worry about it. He also dies. Scrappy-Doo, like, kills Velma and dies. And, Velma is a ghost. And then the show ends. Don't worry. No, it don't matter. None of this matters. Don't worry. It don't matter. Oh, goodness. I still can't believe Gundam X ended with a beam struggle. I can't believe we were so lucky to be gifted that. We need B22. Okay, so these parts. Okay, I accidentally cut way too close to that, and I almost ruined this build. It would be fixable, though. I could fix it. I'll technically have 2 weeks to do all the priming on this kit, which I'm totally going to do. Absolutely. It's not like last time I had 2 weeks to do painting on this kit. I didn't. Well, actually, I have like a week and a half, but you know, whatever. You might be wondering, what was I doing instead of painting this kit for a whole week and a half last time? Living out the end of Gundam X IRL. Only, you know, in a normal life, you know, so it's just me coming to terms with myself, you know. You know, me realizing, you know, it would have saved a lot of time, you know. I've been having some real not existential, but I've been having some real, like, you know, struggles in my life. Turns out all I needed to do was watch Gundam X. You know, I'm struggling with, you know, like, you know, what am I? What's my future? You know, and all this stuff. Meanwhile, Gundam X has had the answers all along. I come to the answers myself 2 weeks later, watch the finale of Gundam X. God, I realized in the past year, I've just been wasting time. A bunch of Japanese people already answered this for me. You know, this is the kit that was promised to you 3,000 years ago, chat. I am the dinosaur, and this is the kit that the Lord promised to you 3,000 years ago. When you left Egypt. Let's see here, and okay, now we can clean up these pieces and put them away. Hello, Kays. Welcome, 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 welcome. Gundam X more like Gundam ass. How dare you? I know you're joking, but I can't believe you. Ooh. Very little TNA actually in Gundam X. Is too busy being awesome. Ooh, watching Gundam. No, I watched Gundam X. We finally got to the end of it, Kays. Ooh. Seth, the stream is stuck on everything is freeze over on Twitch. Really? Let me see if everything is actually frozen on Twitch. If I have to restart stream on Twitch, I will, but... Oh, what's actually going on? Edo was having problems earlier today. No, wait. No, it's fine on my end. So you might just have to refresh it. I don't know what's going on there. Also, you heard me say Gundam X. Ooh. Knock on wood. German wood. Desk is German engineering. Ooh. Let's see here. Jesus, that kit must be part of the 10 Commandments. Yes. You know, I've never seen the actual, like, original 10 Commandments epic movie from, like, the 19 whatevers. I have watched, what is it? I've watched Prince of Egypt more times than I can count. I've never actually seen 10 Commandments. Ooh. What is that? It's 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston. He's in a lot of old movies. Is he in Spartacus, or is he in Ben-Hur? He's probably in all of those. It's probably all him, baby. Looks fine to me. Sounds the sound is okay, but the video feed is not moving. I don't know what to tell you. When I look at it, when I go, do you have it paused? That's what I love about this model. Is this model has better tracking than my This model has better tracking than my old model, and it's a chibi. But I was just able to, I can put my fucking eyebrow up in this model. Is it on pause? Oh god. I took so many pictures while watching the finale of Gundam X just so I could get the eyes of Garrett. Garrett has the perfect eye reference for my new model design. I've been struggling so much with figuring out like how should the eyes move and how should, like, you know, the eyes be shaped in different directions when he's looking, when they're like looking different ways and whatnot. Because I'm not used to having such big eyes on a dude, but Garrett has such massive eyes and they change shape depending on his mood so organically. They really did an amazing job with Garrett's like face and his eyes in Gundam X. And I just realized on the final 5 episodes of the series, oh shit, wait a minute, that's the perfect reference. My avatar is stuck looking down. Well, it's not looking down in my feed. Let me see. What about? No, it looks, Let me move back and forth. It looks fine to me. I'm sorry, but like, everything is moving. Okay. I mean, a lot of times I will just be looking down for extended periods of time. That's also just a thing I do, you know, because I'm building. Ooh. Oh, God. I'm really excited to continue RE0. But also, the one person I talk about RE0 with currently needs distance. Ooh. And so I can't talk to them. So I'm just like, oh god, I'm gonna watch ReZero. Last time I watched ReZero, all I wanted to do was talk about it and never shut up about it. Ooh, I have so much written down for like the first season of ReZero, and I'm only halfway through the second season. And I'm gonna have nobody to talk to for like the next month about it. Today, just earlier today, sometimes I forget that Seth reading chat is a little late. The problem is, I need to get combined chat. I'm gonna use Stream Ninja, but I'm gonna combine my Twitch and YouTube chat, which is gonna probably look weird because it's gonna have like K's twice on it. But it's gonna have K's 88 and then K's just LC. But I forgot to do that because I was busy watching Gundam, you know, like a real man. Ooh. I know the moment I got hooked on Gundam was when I was watching the first episode of Iron-Blooded Orphans chat. My brother was like, hold up, you haven't watched Gundam in a coon's age. Let me show you what you've been missing. And I sat down and I watched the first episode of Gundam X. And it was when he or it's the first 2 episodes, I think. But, you know, the main character has like a duel with the old guy. You know, they have a duel, so the old guy pretty much can effectively die fighting the Gundam, but by doing that, he saves the lives of his soldiers under him, because that way he can like not have to waste their lives trying to fight the Gundam, because he knows the Gundam's just gonna kill them. So he dies to save his men's lives, and he's like bleeding out, and he's like, "Thank you, Gundam pilot, for accepting my like duel. You know, this is a good, noble debt." Bang, bang, bang. Like in the middle of him being like, thank you, you know, you did a good deed by like, you know, by accepting my duel so that way my men didn't have to die. Like in the middle of saying this, it's like, you know, of Mice and Men, you know, he's talking about the rabbits and just bang, and then this mid-word he does a rabbit bang. The main character just kills him, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. This is all the like, all the poetry, all the like, the majesty of like, and nobility of war meeting the cruel reality of child soldiers. That was the moment I'm like, I need to watch this. Hello, chat. Hello, Ricey. Real man, watch, Reborn as a vending machine. Is it a vending machine that sells panties, though? Because it is in Japan. I don't know. Are those still a thing in Japan? Dude, when those happened, dude, America was like, hold up, wait a minute. They sell used panties in vending machines in Japan? How disgusting. Where's my passport? Ooh, new types are an illusion. I gotta admit, I wasn't expecting that when I was watching Gundam, X. And at first I was like, wait, so like our new types just not gonna be a thing anymore? And it's like, no. It's saying that like the labels we use for one another, they aren't real, bro. The labels we use, you know, the only labels that matter, the only definitions that matter is how we define ourselves. You know, the only future that matters is not the ones we see or plan for. It is the ones we achieve by acting. Oh! I don't even care if that's a spoiler. It's so good. Oh my god, that is some Gurren Lagann level shit right there, man. Oh my god, that is... Oh god, Gundam X is one of my favorite fucking shows. It was one of my favorite animes of all time. Not simply one of my favorite Gundam shows. Only have a free time until around 3 p.m. After that, I might be busy for the whole week until Sunday next week. Oof, I hope whatever you're doing gets done well, if nothing else. Because it sounds like it's not going to be done quick. Celebration is either tomorrow or the next day after tomorrow. Oh, that reminds me, completely unrelated, but I fasted yesterday, and apparently I always fast on St. Patrick's Day, because I was talking to my father, and I was like, yeah, I fasted today, so I'm not gonna eat anything, you know, thank you for the offer of getting me something to eat for dinner. And he's just like, oh, you're fasting on St. Patrick's Day again, and I was like, again? And he's like, yeah, you kind of do this every year. And I was like, I do? Like, it's not planned. It's just coincidentally, you know, I go through some heavy stuff, and I think to myself, you know, like, what's going on in my life, and I fast. You know? It keeps happening. And he's just like, yeah, you just keep doing it. And I'm like, really? It's like, yeah, more often than not, you fast on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day? Yeah, of all days, specifically that one. It's like, I don't fast any other day of the year. And he's like, nah. Also, chat, if you fast, make sure you poop first. Real talk right now. I didn't poop before I fasted, so my body was like, hold up. We need to hold on to this. And when I went today, it was bad, man. It was like granite. It was like granite came out, man. Oh my goodness, man, dude. I stood up afterwards, and I thought I was gonna face plant into the wall. It was the worst. Because your body holds onto that and compresses it into solid stone. It's like, I need to keep this nutrition. The dumbass isn't eating. Oh god, chat. It was a mistake. Fasting for like, what is it? Oh god, I think I did a 23-hour fast because I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna go to bed on an empty stomach. But after last stream I had dinner and then just didn't eat for like the rest of the day. And until like right before I went to bed the next day. My body did not appreciate. I felt good while doing it, but my body did not appreciate it apparently. You can get points to become any type of vending machine, so it is not impossible. Actually, I think he did do clothes, maybe underwear once, but not the used ones. What's the point? I'm betting a beam saber effect part is gonna be stream 3. We're on stream 4. I don't know how to break this to you, but like, we're on stream 4, man. This is stream 4 and we ain't gotten shit done. Ooh. It's the build that never starts. wait, you know what? No, we have assembled one thing. We've assembled one thing. And like a real American, it's the gun. We have assembled one thing. Okay, so this isn't a build where we've not assembled anything. We've assembled one thing. It's poetic, you know. Mary was building this, you know, when this was. So, like, I haven't assembled one thing, but Mary made sure to build the gun. Of course, Mary was like, hold up the gun. We need this. I still need to put the wood furniture on it. Let's see here. Oh. How is it stream 4? Oh, wait, knowing you, it is possible. Man, I don't know how we got here. We usually have a lot more progress, but we just talk about anime on, like, these streams, man. They're fun, but nothing happens. All the other Gunpla streams, we do things, we complete, we make progress, chat. You know, it's pretty nice. You tune into these streams, I mean, you're just like, oh god. Is he gonna talk about Symbiotic Titan this time? I want to. Last time, I wanted to, you know, the blue ball you, even though none of you care about Symbiotic Titan. I do want to talk about it this stream, though, because Symbiotic Titan's real nice. Ooh. Symbiotic Titan is real clean, because it really balances, like, you know, the kind of anime feel of, like, here's the princess from the Lost World, here's, like, the soldier sent to protect her, and then here's the robot who's, like, you know, doesn't have emotion, but can still connect with people. Ooh. He's like Baymax, but better. Unironically. From like from Hero 6 or whatever that Disney movie was called. GQ Dom is gonna be done before this. That's a distinct possibility because we are building the GQ Dom next week instead of this. Because we have to finish the Gyanko next Monday, and then on Wednesday, because it's spring, yeah. Because it's spring, I want to start the Dom as soon as possible, and this kit's already just like, we get to it when we get to it. So we're going to be starting the Dom before we finish this. Before we assemble anything outside of the blaster. You know I'm a Star Wars fan because I just called a beam rifle a blaster, but before we assemble anything else, we're going to probably have either prep or even have started assembling the Dom. It's rough. Oh goodness, this kit, I don't know if it can live up to the hype. Then again, we're not really hyping up the kit, we're just talking over it more than anything. But it's like whenever I watch a Studio Ghibli film with my best friend, I just talk over the film because I'm like, I've seen this before. Let's talk instead. And he's like, I really like Porco Rosso or whatever the movie's called. And I'm like, that's cool, dude. But have you considered, like, do you think if you cooked him, would he taste like a pig or like a man? Or would you be able to tell the difference? Because people already say that humans taste like pork anyways. Would he still be long pig if you cooked him, or would he be like, or would he be short man because he's already a pig man? What would you call Porco Rosso if you cooked him? and he's just, my fucking best friend Xander is just fucking sitting there just like, I know you love these movies as much if not more than me, so why do you do this? And I'm like, I'm asking you a serious question here, okay? If you cooked Porco, would he taste like a human or a pig? And he's just sitting there like, this is why I can never watch Princess Mononoke with you, because you just start saying stupid shit like this. And I do. Make sure you have some sanding paper for the GQ Rick Dom. The nubs are bad. Okay. I should have plenty of sanding sticks. Ooh, and they are flexible sanding sticks, so don't worry if you're like, oh, like they can get into places. Ooh, luckily, I'm not too concerned with this kit because it's white and nub marks famously don't show up very well on white surfaces. I just realized I'm missing a piece. I'm missing this piece. Ooh. Are you in here? But oof, I like every time I see him, I'm like, you want to watch Princess Mononoke? And he's like, nah, I can't with you. And I'm like, okay, maybe next time. Oh, here's the piece. Okay, there's the piece. We have to put all these back in. Sacrifice of minimal seam lines. Ooh. So you don't have a lot of seam lines, or a lot of, like, you know, seam lines that aren't unnatural. You have not ergonomic, but you have natural seam lines that you'd expect in the suit itself. But for that, you have more... Oh, damn it. You have more nub marks. And it's a dark kit. Purple and black nub marks are going to show up real bad. So I feel like the nub marks might be extra bad just because, I mean, it's hard not to get nub marks on with those two dark colors. I'm going to go get a soda real quick because I did not start stream with the soda. I'm going to get one more quick shot. Okay. I'm not even gonna hit BRB. You don't deserve it. Wait a minute. You know, the moment's ruined. I was gonna unmute and then open the can, but because I'm wearing gloves, I can't get my finger under the... I can't get it under... Oh, there we go. Okay. You know, I was gonna come back after, you know, the muting and just be like... And be like, welcome back, chat. Fucking ruin the moment, damn gloves. Stupid gloves, you made me look bad. Okay. But oh, hello, Edo. Welcome, welcome. We're just talking about random stuff. We're talking about like Gundam X because I finally finished it. One of your mods recommended it to me like a year ago. Lan recommended it to me a year ago. Gum gum. Ooh. Oh, dude, gum gum? Good, because I'm dumb. Ooh. But I finally finished Gundam X, and it's pretty peak. I know you don't watch a lot of Gundam, you're a busy lady, but you should put Gundam X on your short list. For one thing, it's shorter than a lot of other Gundam. It's like only 39 episodes because it got canceled early. But they just go like, oh crap, we don't have enough time to finish the series, and they're just like, yes we do. And they do finish it. Eda is getting curry, awesome. Ooh. Welcome Lon, welcome. Ooh, Eclurix build in place? Welcome everyone. Okay. Welcome Bibo. I forgot to congratulations for Michael B. Jordan, the first Gundam Seed fan to receive an Oscar. I saw that post. Ooh. Oh, goodness. What was on my brain? God. My brain is moving like 1,000,000 miles an hour. But the thing is, I'm a pachycephalosaur, and we have very small brains, so I'm a little overloaded. Let's see here. But this is our part 4. Hello, I am your dorky delinquent dino bro. Seth King. I'm on my 4th stream of building this kit. It's a little bit of an oxymoron because we have built this. This is all we've built, and you might be like, oh, 4 streams. Like, how long has it been going? 15 hours. We've been doing this for 15 hours, and the only thing we've assembled is this because we keep talking about other things. My other streams, this doesn't happen on, I swear to God. My other streams, we do things, we build things. But with the Black Knight, the Black Knight, we just talk about building. Hey-oh! it is the opposite of Gundam X. Gundam X is like, you know, see the future like you want, like you can't just see the future you want. You have to reach out and grab it. You need to achieve your future, you know? The future is what you make it. And what we have decided to make the future is us just cutting out pieces, talking, and then ending stream without any progress. But it's a fun chat. Ooh, and I hope you have fun here, chat. Ooh, wait a minute. When you raided, I forgot to see if there's little dinosaurs running around because I got caught off guard. Normally, little dinosaurs are supposed to run across my screen. Sometimes it triggers, sometimes it don't. Let's see here, and we need the feet. Actually, Lan, the future. Lan, I was talking about, and I know you've seen Gundam X. So I actually want your opinion on what's the most beautiful, what's your favorite suit from Gundam X? And if anyone else has seen Gundam X, you can pipe in too. Because earlier I was talking about the Vertigo, which is literally just the Quebly, but a twink. And it's piloted by a twink, it's perfect. It's piloted by a twink with a 30-year-old Japanese woman's voice. It's amazing. Ooh. It's unironically like a beautiful mech. It is unironically gorgeous. Ooh. But if you have your own favorite mech from Gundam X, I mean, just share it. Why not? The Cadpool? Which one is that? Cad. As a Dewey said, the future... the future is now, old man. Fuck, I need to rewatch Malcolm in the Middle. But I have to watch RE0 first. Oh my god. I mean, like, I can't watch RE0 until I watch Gundam X. Fucking Lan, do you know how long ago it was that you recommended Gundam X? Let's see here. Cadpool Gundam? Oh, that one's from Gundam. That's not Gundam X, but that's Turn A Gundam, isn't it? Yeah, the Turn A Gundam. Ooh, it's the Ball Boy. It's the Ball Boy, which itself is like a redesign of the aquatic mobile suit from, what was it? Double Zeta Gundam. The, like, sphere or whatever it was called. Ashteron Gundam. I don't know. I mean, my favorite mobile suit overall is the Zaku, too. But, God. The Vertigo gives it a run for its money. Malcolm is getting another season, and surprisingly, it doesn't look bad. I thought that already came out. Has it not come out yet? Ooh. Let me look at the Ashteron. The Ashteron Gundam. Oh, okay. I'm terrible with the names. I know I just watched Gundam X. I'm genuinely terrible with the names, dude. I don't remember how I got the name Vertigo. It's because I like it so much. But that is the mobile armor of the brothers. Ooh. Let me see if I can find it. That picture kind of looks funny, so I'm going to use this one. Because the mobile, its backpack is so inconsistently sized. And in this picture, its backpack is massive. Look how big its backpack is. Ooh. It just has a magical backpack that's as big as the animators need it to be. But I forget what the red one is called. The red mobile suit I also love. I love every mobile suit. I don't know if there's a single mobile suit in all of Gundam X where I'm like, ew, no, I don't like it. All of them I'm like, this is just peak. This is just peak design. Ooh, I know that's just a personal thing, but like, they're all so beautiful to me. Same for Scrubs. I know the new seasons for Scrubs have come out. Because when I saw my dad recently, he was watching an episode, and I was like, wait a minute, they're older. And he's like, yeah, it's the new. They're back. And I was like, oh. X Divider is your oh, sorry, thinking about Turn A Gundam. X Divider. You know, I'm happy I'm watching RE0, though, next, and not another Gundam, because the next Gundam I have to watch is Gundam Destiny. And that's going to be a real coin flip. That's going to be a real coin flip. I'm not expecting to fall in love with it, but, like, it's either going to be cringe, like, mid-2000s anime, or it's going to be peak cringe mid-2000s anime. Like, I'm either going to cringe while watching it, or I'm going to cringe and laugh while watching it. I just don't know which one yet. I'm a little scared. That's why we have ReZero. We're going to go from Gundam X, which is peak, to more peak in ReZero. So, X Divider. Oh, is it called the X Divider? Oh, is this called the... Oh, wait, the X Divider is the upgraded, isn't it? It's the custom version with the, like, wiggly wonky jetpack that's also a shield. That is pretty good. Ooh. I was actually thinking, like, what's the best thing? Is it, like, when the mobile suit gets an upgrade, or when, like, you replace the mobile suit? So, like... Ooh. Like, Barbatos versus, say, like, Zeta Gundam. Zeta Gundam is, like, you just replace the mobile suit. Barbatos is, like, it just incrementally gets better with time. And I think both work, but I'm not sure which one I prefer. Ooh, I did not know about this. Ooh. What is that in your profile? Oh, that's a shirt! I thought that was a samurai helmet! And, Bebo's, ooh. Profile. I thought oh, thank you, Clurix, Builds, for the, follow, by the way. I don't have follow alerts on yet. That's something I forgot to do when I rebranded. Ooh. Also, I need to, like, attach a sound notification for raids, because if it's only visual, I'm gonna miss it. I need to get a sound notification for it. Ooh. But I thought that, like, sweater or whatever that is, it looks like a sweater or a shirt, but I thought that was like a techno samurai helmet. I thought that was like a sci-fi cyberpunk, you know, Japanese helmet. Like, I thought the sleeves were the, like, the neck protection of the helmet, you know, and it was like the segmented parts of the helmet. Ooh. I thought the purple was like the brow line of the helmet. Ooh. I can see it, and it looks like a really cool helmet. It looks like a Star Wars like helmet, you know, because I think that's more to the color. Ooh. Let's see here. The harmonica cannon. I'm so upset I never made that connection myself. It is a harmonica cannon. Ooh. I now just want to see edits where whenever it fires its cannon, it sounds like a harmonica. Let me find a picture of that real quick. Ooh. Chat, I'm looking for a picture. Give me a moment. You know, it's the SD version, but it gets the point across. But yeah, the harmonica cannon. It's so risky sharing to, like, pull up my phone like that, and you might be like, because somebody might text you and dox you? No, absolutely not. Ain't nobody texting me. Forever alone. But the reason is just because, like, you can see how reflective it is. Yeah, but I ain't that cool, but you can lie to people, you can gaslight people and be like, no, it's totally a samurai helmet, and they're like, cool, and then they look close at you, and then they know never to trust you again because you're a dirty liar. Okay, my cord for my, was, like, in the way of chat. Okay, let me move that. I love the clip of the Barbatos getting, wrecked by a GM. It is pretty funny. It's like, Tomino was just like, yeah, you know, I don't really care. Jim beats it, because he was obviously memeing. And a lot of people took the meme and was like, yeah, it's funny, because if we say this to people who are IBO fans, it can really piss them off. Even though IBO literally has, like, anti-beam coding. So it actually wouldn't be that effective, because the Jim uses a beam saber and a beam, like, pistol or whatever it is. It's like a weird scatter gun, which both would be highly ineffective against the Barbatos because of how IBO works. But that doesn't matter, because it will still piss off IBO fans, and that's what's important. I can't remember when I recommended Gundam X, but it was long ago. Oh, you recommended that shit to Mary. That's how long ago it was. A month. No, it was a good while ago, but I just broke through the episodes. I was like, nah, I pushed back stream so I could watch the episodes and think about them. It's genuinely really good. God, I remember when the twink reappears. They're like literally going to get like a, well, actually no. I'm gonna have to check my notes because it's before the firing squad because it gets really dark. They get shipped off to Siberia to go to a gulag, and then the train just stops and they just are like told to walk to a ditch and they're just gonna get shot. And I'm just like, oh my god. Like, I know this is Gundam and like this is kind of par for the course, but like, wow. There's another firing squad. There's several firing squad scenes. There's several just executions in this show. And in Gundam, you're not gonna put them, like, you're not gonna kill them when they're in the robot. You're gonna take them out of the robot, then kill them. That doesn't seem very sporting. I feel like you're breaking the rules of engagement a little. Hello, Derek. Welcome, welcome. Oh god, your raid should be a meteor crashing pop-up with a... Oh god, actually that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea, but I'd have to like pay for a custom one of those. Ooh. But I'm poor, so my stuff right now is free. Ooh. Just a little execution. Just a bullet to the head. Oh god. We can't afford to use a beam saber to kill you, okay? So we need to take you out of the suit. Beam sabers cost money, okay? Bullets also cost money, but they're a lot cheaper. Nothing like Mad Max Gundam. It's so good. I still love the fact that like the first person we see piloting a mobile suit is like a literal character out of Mad Max with like a mohawk and like pads and everything. It needs all the revive kits. I was saying this earlier in stream before the raid. I would buy all of them. I would buy all of them. But when did I notice the twink? You know, I'd be like, he has a name. I don't care, dude. If they're not Tifa, Garrett, Jamil, or Lancelot, his name's not Lancelot. I don't care. If it's not one of those characters, I don't give a shit. Okay, the Air Master I call Flyboy. I call the Leopard Pilot Pretty Boy. I call the tan woman Blondie. I call the chick with... Actually, I don't have... I call, what is it? The chick, who's like Jamil's love interest. She's the lieutenant. I call Anil. I know Anil's name. I call her Xena Warrior Princess. I don't give a shit. I ain't learning their names. Ooh, I'm terrible with names. God, I love Xena Warrior Princess. The show or Anil? Yes. Yes. How should I address you now that, you're, mind rebranding? I'm Seth, dude. You can call me Seth, Ryu, King. Ooh, because my middle name's Ryu. Why is your middle name Ryu? Because then my name is Seth Ryusuke King, which is Pachycephalosaurus Draco Rex, because that's what I am. Ooh. It's like deep, but not really. Xena! Oh god. Is it Xena? I thought it was Xena with an E. Is it Xena with an I? Hold up. Hold up. My mom watched the shit out of Xena. She watched Xena, Buffy, and the X-Files. It's Xena with an E. It's Xena with an E. Don't fucking challenge me on random 90s shows that my mom watched. Okay? And she didn't watch the Hercules show, I don't think, but she watched the shit out of X-Files, man. That stuff scarred me as a kid. I still have astrophobia to this day. No. I have xenoastrophobia, that's what it is. I have xenoastrophobia, which is a fear of space aliens. I'm crippled, man. Buffy new season got canceled, by the way. So I had to take a moment of silence to thank God. Ooh. Buffy was a product of its time, and I love it. It's wonderful. I love Angel. I love Firefly and whatnot. But those are all products of their time, and they belong in the 90s and early 2000s, okay? They belong there. It's where they live. They're a little time capsule, okay? We've seen when things from the 90s go out of the 90s. It's called The Simpsons. Oh, it still makes you laugh sometimes, but it doesn't make you laugh like it used to in the 90s. Futurama, I'm good with it staying in the 90s, 2000s, okay? Futurama, one of my favorite shows. its reboot was okay. It had another reboot, haven't touched it. Firefly would be good even today. It could be good. But that's more because it never got to live up to its fullest potential. It got 1 season and a movie. It has a lot to work with. Buffy had like 7 seasons. It got all that it wanted out, okay? Could they do more with it? Yes. But it had all the time to say everything that it wanted to say. Is more what I'm saying, is what I'm trying to get across. Is like, you could make something good still, but you're more likely gonna make something a little forced. At least you're ready for 40K. That reminds me, thank you so much. People were talking mad slander about the Armageddon Steel Legion on the Twitter. People were literally saying like, oh, if you're not happy that there's no Armageddon Steel Legion miniatures, just get a Krieger and paint him yellow. And people are like, you know, like, there's not as much difference between, like, you know, Space Marines and, like, you know, Space Marines have more variety than, like, what is it? Than Imperial Guard regiments. If you're not in 40K, don't worry. And that was fucking wild to me. You know, 40K regiments where you'll have, like, guys like, you know, Sly Marbo, who's this Arnold Schwarzenegger crossed with, like, Rambo and some other person. I forget who else. But, like, you know, just that character, and you just have a regiment of that, of just, like, just shirtless, muscular men who are just like, we come from a fucking jungle planet that's, like, you know, that has the barking toads, and when the barking toads, you know, get scared, they explode and kill everything in, like, a 5-mile radius instantaneously. And it's like, what kind of cartoon planet bullshit is this? And then you have other people who are just, like, in gas masks that just look like, you know, French soldiers crossed with, like, Germans from World War II, and they're just like, other people who weren't us tried to rebel against the Emperor, and we feel really guilty about it. Did you try to rebel? No. So why do you feel guilty? Because we shared a planet with them. We can never make up for the fact that somebody else was naughty. Like, their designs are so varied in, like, the Imperial Guard. And then they're just like, here's Cadians. And he's like, what's the Cadian? They just have a stupid hat and a flat jacket. Cadians are the most boring Imperial Guard regiment. There are, when you've ever seen 40K and you've seen, like, a dude with, like, a laser gun, who's, like, who has a green helmet and a green vest on, that's a Cadian. Boring as hell. And people are slandering the Armageddon Steel Legion. It's like, what's them? They got gas masks, they wear yellow, and they kill orcs. And they're really good at it. Removing the Steel Legion from the Armageddon is crazy. Literally survived 3 wars just to be removed. It is crazy because they literally resurrect. They had to die. They were sacrificed so they could bring back Yarick. Ooh. You know what, chat? We'll go back to Gundam. But actually, this is something I want to share. I want to share the video of Yarick coming back. They killed off a character in 40K, and it was so unpopular, they just resurrected him. They're like, okay, just bring him back. They literally were like, yeah, he was killed by a demon Primarch. It's like, what's that? It's just a big demon monster. Don't worry about it. There's a big demon killed him off screen, and everyone was like, nobody liked that. Everyone hated it. Oh, they are trying to get an animated Firefly show. What is this, Star Trek? If you're not familiar, Star Trek's, the second Star Trek show wasn't Next Generation. It was Star Trek the Animated Series, which was a continuation. Okay, so go to bookmarks. I'm gonna have to go through a lot of bookmarks. Oh, here's what the Steel Legion looks like for those of you who don't know. And you'll see what Cadians look like in the video that I'll show you. So it would be Brave here? Yes. So this is Armageddon Steel Legion. Okay? Like, literally pretty badass if you ask me. And people are like, oh, they just look like Kriegers. And it's like, what's a Krieger? They don't look like this. They have gas masks, and after that, nothing else is the same. Okay, you might be like, oh, they have trench coats. The trench coats are completely different. All their fit is so much different. That was I searching for. I was searching for Yarick. That's more Armageddon Steel Legion. That's more Armageddon Steel Legion. Where is the Yarick video? There's Yarick. There's the video. No, damn it. No, that's a screenshot from the video. We're gonna have to dig deep. Let me read chat real quick. Seeing every media boil down to either Krieger or Cadian in 40k is pretty disappointing. It is. I love Krieger, man. I love the Kriegers. They're a fun faction. They're just they're siege and I mean they're siegers. They're people who besiege places. You know. What the Steel Legion though is the opposite. The Steel Legion would be the defenders, where Kriegers, where you know they go on to invade with trench tactics. You have, the Armageddon Steel Legion, whose whole thing is to defend. They're the one who are the unbreakable line. They're literally the inverse of the Steel Legion, which is what makes it even more insulting. It's like getting the Steel Legion confused for the, my brain malfunction, for the Kriegers is like getting the Imperial Fist and... They're not called the fucking Steel... Wait. What's Perturabo's chapter called again? Because they're not called Steel, are they? They're not also called, like, the Steel Legion, right? There's no way. The Iron Warriors. Very close. It's like getting the Imperial Fist and the Iron Warriors confused. It's like... No... I mean, they don't have the rivalry, and they're not, like, and they're both Imperium in, like, the case of the Kriegers and Steel. But, like, they are effectively in how they perform the like, they are similar but different. Ooh. Please, God, I want the Yarick video. Oh my god, wait. I found it. I found the Yarick video. I found the Yarick video. We're gonna do a watch-along real quick. How has it been 15 hours and you haven't... How has it been 15 and a half hours and you haven't... you haven't done anything? Iron Warriors, thank you. Please, Bandai, give us the global release. Wait, global release of what? Still can't believe that got Bright slapped in the first person, the second Hathaway Gundam movie. I've seen that. It's glorious. Ooh. Don't forget, Kriegers literally came from a alt paint of the Steel Legion. I've heard conflicting things about that. I think what it is in the lore, they predate the Steel Legion, but in miniature form, the Steel Legion came first. Like, so things were written about the Kriegers first, but it's like, Kriegers first is like they were written on a page before the fucking Steel Legion, which is just they were written at the same time. But the Steel Legion got like miniatures first, and originally, to get a Krieger, you converted a Steel Legion, which is ironic. Let me turn off music. Turn on desktop audio. Turn down desktop audio. It is on max. I would have killed your ears, your little sensitive mammalian ears.
Evacuation transport. Get for the evacuation transport. Get off-world if you are able. Run for your life.
Oh, wait, those are Kriegers, wasn't it? Were those Kriegers? That was Acadian, but was it?
There will be no evacuation. There will be no cowardice. There will be no defeat.
Those are Kriegers.
This is our city. This is our
I have not watched this yet.
Soldiers of Armageddon. Make ready.
So that's Yarick. He died, but I guess not. He just got better, chat. A demon killed him, but he got better. And you're back. Welcome back. We're just watching some 40k to give context. But I've not watched that video yet because I was saving it for stream. He's on Armageddon, and there's Kriegers and Cadians. How are there so many? Cadia got exploded. How are there still Cadians? Jesus Christ, this is like if in Gundam, this is like if there was a bunch of people from Texas Colony. It's like, what is Texas Colony known for? Getting everyone dying inside. I can't say the other word. Everyone died. There's nobody from Texas. Everyone is dead. And it's just like, oh hey, here's the new faction, and what's one of the strongest, units or like factions in Gundam? It's Texas Colony. You're dead. It's like, no, it's even worse than that. It's like the colony that they threw on Earth. I forget which one it was, but the Operation British Colony. Imagine if that was just like, yeah, and everyone survived that, and they're now their own not their own faction, but like now everyone, like, you see every character who's a soldier is just from that colony. That's what Cadians are. If the Operation British Colony, if everyone is from it. Everyone died, but I guess they just got better. 40K is so cooked. He died. He got better. I got better. Ooh. God, it's Yarick. Yeah, they debuted Yarick without the Steel Legion. It's like one of the most famous pictures of Yarick is fighting alongside the Steel Legion. It's insane. I believe in some old codex they already have Steel Legion and Krieger design, but not colored. And in one of the codexes, the paint guide officially used the Steel Legion to paint a Krieger. Probably because back then they couldn't. I hate Games Workshop. They will print the most obscure Space Marine chapter. They'll give custom molds, like in Forge World, which is technically a secondary third party. But Forge World would give, like, whatever you need. But oh shit, you 3D printed a helmet for your Steel Legion guy? Oh, you can't play in official game sets anymore. You can't go to the Games Workshop store and play anymore. I don't even play 40K, man. I'm not a fan of 40K, and I'm sitting here like, this is fucking bullshit. I like 40K a lot. I would not call myself a fan. I know more about 40K than a lot of fans do, and that's a problem. Ooh. That's why I think one of the best things about Gundam is that you go to lore videos on Gundam, and it's just people going like, here's a mecha. They're not telling you what Char did. Watch the fucking show if you want to know what Char did. They're like, here's a mecha, and like they give you like what the mecha do, and that's so autistic and so pointless if you don't already care about the universe. It's a wonderful filter. Never make lore videos for Gundam. Watch the anime. I think the military elves, the Eldar, now you put them somewhere else, and they're still military elves. If his soul got through the Immaterium unscathed, he's good. Technically true. Oh my god, actually one thing. I like the memes, how people meme on the orcs, but some people go a little too far, where they're like, Yarick is alive because the orcs believed he was alive, and it's like, I know some of you are joking, but I know some of you aren't joking, and the ones who aren't, you're ruining it. I love the orc memes, but some people think orcs are just goofy little guys. And 40K, orcs are, oh, look, a Humi. I squish the Humi, then eat its arm, find another Umi, and I'm gonna eat him too. You know, they make funny noises if you bend their heads backward at the right way. If you just slowly turn their heads, they make the funniest. Like, orcs are terrifying. Okay? Like, yes, they can be goofy, like the one that went back in time to kill himself to get his own pistol. That's funny. Okay? But you can't just have that, like, but, like, that's not orcs all the time. They're usually, like, we're harvesting humans to eat. You know, we just like to fight and kill things, and we're very violent about it. Let's see here. They must be breeding a lot. Cadians just... I guess after Cadia fell, they're all just like, well, we have nothing better to do. How they didn't fall to Slanesh worship, I don't know. For Cadia's case, they were already dispersed. Cadia was one of the most, like, they just produced soldiers. Their only export were soldiers. They just made soldiers, to be fair. The planet broke before the Cadians did. Shut the fuck up. But they were already dispersed in other worlds and whatnot. But, like, they're gonna have to explain, like, you know, when it's like 100 years later, why there's still, you know, like thousands of Cadians, why there's still billions of Cadians. They're gonna have to make like a new Cadia or something is the problem. Why would you blow up the home world of your main faction? Oh my god. They're not like Space Marines. Oh my god. Why would you blow up Cadia? I can't believe they blew up Cadia. How did they blow up Cadia? They flew a frickin'... They took a space station and crashed it into the planet. That caused the planet to explode. It could have been that simple. No, it really was. They just went to war like 13 times, and then they just on the 13th time, they brought a big space station and just flew it into the planet. There's a little more to it. Not really. Not really. There's more to it, but at the end of the day, they flew a space station. They flew a space station that they already had in an earlier crusade. I'm like 99% sure into the planet and blew it up. Oh god. And then that caused the galaxy to split in half. Wait, what? Why? Because bullshit. 40K, they never advance the story. They never advance the story. The universe always stays the same. Nothing ever happens. Okay, said Games Workshop, we'll change the setting. Everyone immediately. So guys, we were fucking wrong. We didn't know how good we had it. It's more or less possible. Freaking tons of some ancient Psyker orcs got together to make a orc mentality what it is, and one of the theories is why the Emperor is so powerful, that the orcs like gas him up. They're like, this guy, he's the strongest human, so he must be the best ever. Ooh. Let's see here. Nah, it's Abaddon the Despoiler who took his own ship to break it. I thought wait. I mean, like the Blackstone Fortress. I know I'm calling it a space station and it's technically a ship, but like, it's a mobile space station. Ooh, it's like the not Imperial Fist. No, the Imperial Fist. Wait, I got the Imperial Fist confused with their successor chapter, which is like the Crimson Fists, I think is what they're called, and they're just a Crimson Fist. I got them confused because they're whatever. But like their flagship is also just a mobile space station. What's that? The Phalanx, I think it's called. Ooh. The whole planet was overrun by chaos, Tyranids, and a ton of other stuff. How did Tyranids get there? Wait, this is the first. Again, I'm not a 40K fan, so like, I'm not surprised I'm hearing. Well, I am surprised, but I didn't know there were Tyranids. A guy got thrown out of Warhammer 40K community for trying to start a culture war there. Ooh, I don't know who you're talking about. There's multiple people who tried to do that. Let's see, I remember some goofy ass LARPer on Twitter saying that Thunderbolt and the original is canon and not Zeta for some reason. Sounds like Bohemond. I'm almost. So Katie is okay, but that sounds like a Bohemond or whatever. Ooh. His takes have gotten better with time, but yeah, he had some fucking retarded. So I shouldn't say that. Because I'll get censored. I get de-boosted. But he's had some real fucking stupid takes. Ooh. His takes have gotten better, but he was very much early on just saying shit to say shit, and so he had some incredibly stupid shit to say. But I've seen some of his more recent takes. I had him muted on my main account, but on my secondary, he's not muted. His takes have gotten better, I'll admit. but like, I know what he used to say, so I'm like, is his takes better? Or is he just like, you know, fucking hiding? Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up to chat, so I'm gonna be jumping between Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, 40k, for better or for worse, got memed into oblivion, and most people only know the characters by memes, and yeah. I remember back when, I mean, 40k, the first thing I ever learned about it was through a meme, but this was like in 2010. It was a drive me closer so I can hit them with my sword, and yes, this is like my basic heavy unit, and its attack can one-shot your strongest unit. This is both balanced and fair. It was for the Necron, like, Desolator or whatever it's called. Those are the two memes I remember. Let's see, and then Trazen came, I do remember how Trazen just pops up, and was like, hey, here's, like, my collection to fight off chaos. And then they still lost. Trazen loses his collection, and he's like, well, just time to start collecting again. Nids were there, first, so they got invaded by Nids, then Abaddon did the 13th Crusade against. Basically, Trazen is a king who, yeah, he collects, I know, Trazen the, is he called Trazen the Infinite? You think he'd be called Trazen the Collector, but I think his name is Trazen the Infinite. But he just collects things, he's just bored, he's like, well, I'm immortal and I have to keep my mind busy or I'll go insane. Is that a clone of Fulgrim? That's mine now. Is that like, you know, a lost, like, you know, is that a lost platoon of, like, Imperial Guard? No. Well, they're lost now. Get over here, bitch. He just takes shit. He's just like, he'll just casually walk into the, like, walk around and be like, oh, hey, that's pretty interesting. That's mine now. You know? Like, I'm kind of surprised he didn't, like, if it just came out, it's so stupid, this wouldn't be the case, but it just came out like, oh, yeah. On the Golden Throne, that's Malkador the Sigilite. It's propaganda. I have the real Emperor. I just took him away at the end of the battle. Because I was like, cool, I have the strongest human ever. Everyone was a little confused. I just did a little swap. I just, you know, like Indiana Jones, I just did a little bit of a swap. I now have the Emperor in my collection. Oh, God, the bots, the Necrons are kind of broken. They have a thing that's literally like, yeah, we can just destroy any, like, star whenever we want. Okay, that's a little broken. You can just destroy every star in, like, the galaxy whenever you want. Yeah. Why don't you destroy, like, Terra and then make the humans not a problem anymore? Nah. That's not sporting. Trazen decided to unleash anything he had. If Abaddon had to crash his entire ship, for normal humans, you know, he succeeded in life. God, Abaddon has such a cool name. And then, because he's the bad guy, they couldn't give him a victory for the longest time, and then they're just like, 13th Black Crusade, he finally gets a win. And because he's just known for as, like, a big loser, people didn't even give him that win. He's like, he finally destroys Katie, and people are like, nah. They decide, like, they let you win. Like, who let them win? The writers. We need to finish this build. Oh, I put the wrong things in the wrong bag. Too late now. Too late now, we're committed. Let's see here. I know people hate Lorgar. I hate him too. Isn't it actually like the other one who actually is responsible? The one that everyone calls a bitch? What's his name? Lorgar is the Primarch. Who's the one that everyone calls a bitch? I actually forget. Who does everyone call a bitch? Who's the one who corrupted Lorgar? Ooh, let's see here. But, wait. Is it? Memed into oblivion, and, yeah, they lost a lot of nuance. I already read that one. I know, people hate Lorgar, I hate him too, but, people pretend Lorgar Gilliman are super weak, but in reality, Lorgar forced Demon Horus on his knees with, Wrath alone, and Gilliman killed Omegon. Yeah. It's just, they're like, for, like, Gilliman, they're like, well, you aren't, like, enchanted by chaos and everyone else is a chaos demon. And it's like, literally every Primarch is enchanted by chaos because that's the deal the Emperor made. That's how he was able to make the, like the Emperor we know went into the Immaterium, made a handshake with the Chaos Gods, and he used chaos knowledge to make the Primarchs. All of them are imbued with chaos inherently. And that doesn't mean like they're imbued with evil, it means they're imbued with magic, effectively. So they're all giant magic, they're all Nephilim from the Bible, effectively. They're all Nephilim. Okay, it doesn't matter if some are like, you know, more are corrupted. They're all half angels, effectively. And it doesn't matter if you're like, he doesn't have a his Zeech hasn't corrupted him. It doesn't matter. Also, like, Gilliman is walking around with like the Emperor's like best weapons. So it doesn't matter. Ooh. But yeah, like, they are strong. All of them are demigods regardless. Basically imagine you gotta throw everything you got, and you need one planet, when you're the despoiler of worlds, and supported by every Chaos God personally. Nah, it's even worse. He did that, plus he took godlike entities as souls for the Primarchs. I didn't know that the fucking Primarch's very souls were just like, he just yoinked those while he was in the Immaterium. I thought they just had natural souls. I thought their souls were homegrown. I didn't realize he was just like, oh yeah, by the way, I don't know what souls he took. Maybe, did he get to pick the souls? Did he go like, Alexander the Great, get on down? Yeah, you know, I'll put you in, I mean, Gilliman would have Alexander the Great, but Gilliman's Roman. Shut the fuck up, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, he saw, like, turns out Gilgamesh is real, so all Gilgamesh was like, wow, Vulcan. Why Vulcan? Because it's ironic, because Gilgamesh's story is about dying, and Vulcan can never die. Can't wait to go back to Cadia. If they brought back Cadia, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they brought back Yarick, you know, it's like, Cadia blew up, they could literally just reform Cadia. We all know they could reform Cadia if they wanted to. There's no rules. Ooh. As sad as that is, like, if they just went like, yeah, Cadia got reformed, or they'll just, like, you know, make a new planet that's like, you know, there's already the Choke Point planet, but they could literally take the Choke Point planet and rename it Cadia, because the galaxy split in two, and there's one planet. Again, there's one planet that connects, you know, the two sides of the galaxy. So, you know, that's just the new Cadia. So they could literally just call that New Cadia. It already has a name. It doesn't matter. Some of the souls in some of the worlds are taken in the Emperor's very own immaterial world, if you remember correctly. I just remember... No, it's not really confirmed, but, like, the origin of the Emperor is, like, he's supposed to be... There's like no, if they confirm the origin of the Emperor, that's gonna suck. That's one of the biggest problems I have with the Horus Heresy, is that they answer the questions that I think shouldn't be answered. Like, one question I don't think should be answered is like, where does the Emperor come from? Is he a bunch of souls that fused into, is he a bunch of ancient shamans who fused their souls together? Is he just one, is he like the first perpetual? Is he, you know, just the first psyker, you know? Like, what is he? You know, like, we don't quite know. Is he even truly human? Probably. But, like, we don't know exactly. Like, I feel like there's kind of a nice, like, little mystery there with him being so ancient. We don't know. With the Horus Heresy, they were probably like, no, he literally is this one thing. It got retconned? I know they retconned him having a wife and she ruined everything. I do know that. They're like, we're gonna give the Emperor a wife, and it's like, cool, what's she gonna do? Oh, be responsible for like half the Primarchs getting corrupted. Fucking what? I mean, she's not directly responsible. What does she do? Well, you know how the Primarchs are scattered and it was like, you know, alluded to that like we don't exactly know why, but there was probably time travel shenanigans? Yeah. She was involved in that. Accidentally? No. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. Again, this is stuff that I'm not up to date on. But just that's just like, yeah. We need more women in 40K. Okay, what do we have them do? Fuck everything up. None of the Primarchs ever curb stomped each other. One will eventually win, but only when they're at death's door themselves, pretty much. Ooh. They're all demigods. They're all, you know, equal levels of just inhuman. Crimson Fists are amazing. I know the Crimson Fists are one of the earliest 40K chapters. Like, literally, like, the first edition, not first edition, but, like, second edition, like, was, like, they were the poster boys for, like, the original 40K. Women. Females. I love how Ferengi can just say a word and it sounds like a slur. Humans. You humans treat your females with too much respect. You see, the problem is you humans want to be friends with your females when you need to understand the real goal should be control. Your female wants to spend more time with you, make more time away from her. Your female wants more things, take away what you've already given her. This is a quote from DS9. This is a quick thing. I'm not just going into I know I'm me, but this is not me going into like just a little sexist rant. This is a line from Deep Space Nine from a Ferengi. I feel like I had to quickly just throw that out there. From what I know, his very own soul is chaos abnormality? Okay, abnormality, just the B was missing. Okay, abnormality, to the point that if he were to forget his humanity, he'd become a dark king. So, like, he's so powerful that he just has to remember he's human or he becomes a chaos god, it sounds like. Okay, a bit, I mean, I guess it provides new context to the Star Child thing. I mean, Gilman is more of a lesser Primarch who can wield the Emperor's sword. Wait. Andrew 9. You laugh, but Caliban was reformed into a demon world as a joke by Vashtor to piss off the Dark Angels. Then he proceeded to blow it up again. Okay, I mean, that's just fucking, that's a flex. I gotta admit, that's a pretty good flex. I'm gonna reform your world just to blow it up. I mean, come on. That's some Emperor Palpatine shit. I could imagine Palpatine in one of the comics, you know, in the Dark Empire comic. I could 100% imagine him, like, using the dark side to, like, reform a ship, you know, and then blow it up again. 100%, like, you know, with the Eclipse Super Destroyer, just be like, just blow something up and then use the dark side to turn back time. And it's like, you can do that? And he's like, yes, now watch this shit. And he blows it up again. He's like, hey. That's some Palpatine level shit. That's Palpatine in the comics level shit. Oh god, Andrew Tate Ferengi. okay, I get it now. Oh god. I love how the Ferengi... Well, the thing is, the Ferengi are so hyperbolic in what they are that they become endearing. It's like, oh hey, don't forget employees are rungs on the ladder of success. Don't hesitate to step on them. You know, it's just like when you have them just casually saying shit like this, you're like, they're literally Snidely Whiplash twirling their cartoon mustaches going, ooh, how can I get more money today? But instead they're going, how can I get more money today? Because they all Ferengi talk like this. They all have some kind of accent like this. Unless they're Nog, then Nog just sounds like he has like a brain injury. Nog sounds like Goofy for some reason. But all the other Ferengi sound like this. They're just complete pieces of shit. Once you have their money, you never give it back. Rule of acquisition number 1. And don't forget rule of acquisition 285. No good deed goes unpunished. Rule of acquisition 282, maybe? I can't quite remember. I used to know the rules of acquisition very well. I don't remember them as well as I used to. Rule acquisition 111. Treat those in your debt like family. Exploit them. I love the rules of acquisition. They're like a combination of like actual genuinely good like economic advice, believe it or not. But mostly they're just jokes. Mostly they're just silly like exaggerations. Actually a really good rule of acquisition is, I forget the number, but it's good customers are as rare as latinum. Treasure them. But without millennial writing, they're epitome of capitalism without ethics. Ooh. They're just so endearing. And then they're just like, what do we do with our women? It's like they must stay home naked. And with it, it's again for a joke, but the fact that when a Ferengi sees a clothed female, they're like, it would be like, you know, if there's just a naked woman walking walking the streets in Victorian England. They're like, oh my goodness, how unsightly. I cannot see your breasts. Like they look away whenever they see a clothed female. I love it. I love the first episode with a female Ferengi, and when she goes to the Grand Nagus, and the Nagus is like, you know, I really like your business acumen. You've got the lobes for this, and as in earlobes, and she's like, you like my lobes? She's wearing fake earlobes, and he's like, yes, they're quite nice. Well, you can have them. She rips off her earlobes and throws them at the Nagus, who is played by the guy from Princess Bride who says unconceivable a bunch of times. I forget his name. Absolutely great casting. But when she throws her ears at him, because female Ferengi have smaller ears, so she had fake big ears. When she throws her ears at him, he just goes, ah, a female! And that's one of my favorite fucking quotes from all of Deep Space Nine. Nothing sums up the Ferengi more than, ah, a female! Oh god. God. And she took him down! Oh, if LinkedIn is a race. I read that as, my brain wanted to read that as Linkin Park so much. Was it Linkin Park that everyone hated in like the 2010s? It was a joke that went too far. Which one was it? It wasn't Smash Mouth. Was it Linkin Park that like people hated on as a joke? It was like one of the earliest big internet memes where people just hated a band because it was like because it was just like, I hate this band. Nobody actually had a reason to hate them. It was just, the joke was, you hate this band. Was it Linkin Park or was it something else? I feel like the only person who might be able to answer this would be Opus. But I feel like Opus would be too old to give a shit. Chat, do you know what band it was? Nickelback! Thank you! It wasn't Linkin Park, but it was the same hemisphere as the thing. I was thinking Nickelback. Everyone was just like, Nickelback is like the worst thing ever. And it's like, why? Just because that was the joke. You just hate Nickelback. We were a simpler people back then. Check Stream Talk, I will. I don't know why, it's only the Black Knight this happens on. We make no progress on. We just talk about the dumbest shit. No progress happens. Progress is for the weak. No, so I clicked on my bookmarks again and I got flashbanged by the gay Ayatollah. It's so stupid, but I love it. Hold up, let me share this. Let me share this with you, chat. That is that practical? Does it make sense? Not really, but it's one of you could have like the Arnold Schwarzenegger like I forget what that type of gun is called. My brain just malfunctioned real bad. Lever action. It's a lever action pistol, but you could have the lever action pistol in one hand and then the lever action like shotgun, I think it was, from Terminator in the other hand, and you could just dual wield them, chat. Ooh, Nickelback or Creed, maybe. Well, Creed actually kind of deserved the hate a little. Nickelback, it was for the jokes. Creed is just, you know, it's Creed. Ooh, so many freaking red flag. Ooh. Wait. It was because it was very safe and smooth on original songs, not particularly or risk. I mean, yeah, I do know that they were kind of like, you know, typical. They weren't, you know, they were just another band. There was a justification for it. It's because, you know, they were the lowest common denominator music. A lot of their music was for lowest common denominator, and to be like, I'm not part of the lowest common denominator, and like, you know, I'm above it kind of thing. Pretty much what all pop music is today, but, you know, just shit made for the lowest common denominator with no flavor to it. But it got overblown where the joke started becoming fuck Nickelback. Like, they were gonna perform, I don't know, I can't remember how this went, but they were gonna perform at, like, the, Super Bowl, I think it was, for halftime, and just people wrote in massive letters just saying fuck Nickelback. It was, like, it went to the point, because it was the early internet, where the joke just became a mean-spirited asshole thing, which was very wrong in the time, chat, but also very funny. Oh, goodness. Oh, but also I know that him resetting the gun by, like, literally pointing it at himself. Every time I saw that, I was like, I know it's like a, not a real gun, but fucking seeing that, I was just like, Jesus Christ. I can't. Yeah, Linkin Park, people look back on, they're like, oh, they like to put Linkin Park and be like, if something was made in 2008, and then it's just like Linkin Park Transformers ending song is what they do. You point the gun at yourself every time. Yeah, it was making me kind of go. The fact that it's not a real gun is why I'm like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But the first time I saw it, the video before I shared it, I was like, oh my fucking god. The fact that he just swings it back at himself, it reminds me of an Indian video I saw. There was like a guy in Dubai who just loaded a pistol, put it against his chest, and then he was like, haha, look how manly I am. The dude was pretty ripped, to be fair. But he points a loaded gun at his chest with his thumb on the trigger. He's holding it like this way. He's holding it this way with his thumb on the trigger against his chest, and he's like, haha. And then he pulls the trigger by accident. And it's just like, and the Darwin Award goes to this idiot. It's like, normally it's like, that's really sad, but you took a pointed gun and pointed it almost directly at your heart and went like, oh, I'm so big and tough. Fucking not tougher than a bullet. Jesus Christ. Chat, don't point guns at yourself. Oh shit, something back. Derek, don't worry, Derek, we got there. Oh god, Nickelback. Fucking Creed. It was on the tip of your tongue, dude. It's probably a psyop. It was just memes, you know, back when they were pure, when we could just have like Jesus holding a raptor. Or we're gonna have a velociraptor like touching its lower chin and we called it Velociraptor. Ooh, I miss Velociraptor. Oh my god, I remember the old memes. My brother showed me the old memes because they're older than me, so it was their era of memes. It was a pure time. I like that one guy who's like, it's a painting of like a gentleman pointing at like the viewer, and it was like, good sir, or something was what the meme was called, and it would just be like, good sir, and then it would just like, it would just say something insulting to you, but in like Victorian English, like in a stereotype of Victorian English, so it would be super posh and well-mannered, but he'd pretty much just be calling you a bitch. Or sometimes he would like actually be complimenting you, but you couldn't tell the difference because he said it so nicely either way. I forget that, I just remember the picture, he's just looking at you pointing going like, good job. Oh, let me see here. I mean, the music was just what pushed it comically, and nothing is pushed now. I miss old fucking... I hate modern pop music so much. It's all the same trash. It's all so samey. Oh my god. When one of the best songs I've listened to in the last few years is It Do Be Like That, Mr. Stancil, which is an AI song. I love that song because it's really funny, but we are just... We need... I should not be like, yeah, this is actually better than a lot of songs. They call me Wiggle Will when I hit the block. I'm sorry. The Will Stancil song is just really funny. And it's really wholesome if you listen to it. Because it's just about a guy who's like really online a lot. And the song is making fun of him for being online a lot. But like what the song says is, for the love of God, get off the internet. You're driving yourself insane. Like, they're making fun of him, but the core message is, log off. You are on the internet too much. For the love of God, log off for your own health. Is what the song is about. Okay. What the actual, maybe, let's see here. 170 kilograms, but I know what multiple tons of force in a single point will do. Yeah. Ooh. No matter how strong you are, flesh. I know Conan the Barbarian is really cool. You know, flesh is stronger than steel, but like when that steel is going, you know, several hundred miles per hour, your flesh can only do so much. Creed had a most American AF national anthem performance. I won't hate. I don't remember the national American. I don't remember that, so I cannot attest to that. If somebody was speaking to me in a well-mannered way, I'd be flattered no matter what. Let's see. Okay, so I need to. Okay, so shit. These parts are sided, but they're sided in a way that I can decode it. Okay, so this is the other leg, so I need these two pieces. Wait. Yeah, these pieces are this leg. And then I need B. I think these sprues are empty, so I'm just gonna toss them. Yeah, that went behind the furniture, so that's never coming back. Wonderful. Oh, pretty sure it was all started after the main dude said he made songs to be hits, not for the art or some shit. I mean, valid reason to be like, fuck this guy. God, I hate DSL. Oh my goodness, it is. We'll get to that. The DLSS 5 stuff. Companies will be putting out literal slop to expect. Yeah. What it is like, instead of playing a game that somebody made, would you rather just watch, like, what would you prefer? A game with bad graphics or a game with bad AI graphics? I want the bad graphics because I can laugh at those. And I'll give you an example real quick. Ooh. That is also in my bookmarks. Yes, my bookmarks run deep. There's a lot of art in my bookmarks. Lots of art notes that I have to get through first. That's what. There's lots of scrolling through. Lots of scrolling through lots of bookmarks about drawing and random stuff. Thing is, I get really distracted easily by the bookmarks, so I have to be like, oh wait, is that okay? Here it is. Okay, chat. This is what DLSS would take away from us. Not that. Not that. Not the cursed gun. Not the gun that makes me hurt inside, but at the same time go like it's cool but stupid. But this. I think this is Starfield. I'm not gonna do the audio. This is what it would take away from us. This is human creation, and I would take it any day. I would take this any day. Okay? I would take this any day of the week. I would take that any day of the week over some... Like, I'm not a guy who hates AI. But, like, having some homogenous AI thing? No, I want to see... If somebody fails, I want to laugh at it. Like a real American. Somehow better than Oblivion's face is. Yo, but Oblivion came out, like, long ago in a distant land. It would take away our objective view of things pretty much. Hey, Conan dodge and weaves and uses any form of weapon and tactics. Arnold can tank a good hit, but he can also counter them for good reasons. Ooh, of course he can tank a good hit. I saw Terminator 2. Man lost an arm, kept fighting. What a hero. Got impaled. Let's see here. DS would probably make it more creepy. It probably would, but also the problem is, it's like, do you want to have something that makes it so that, like, it's gonna increase, like, your energy usage of your computer because it's AI bullshit. AI is so inefficient with its energy usage, in all honesty. It's gonna be, like, more inefficient, so it's gonna drive up your energy bill or, like, you know, damage your power unit in your computer. And it's just probably gonna, like, make your computer's entire lifespan less. It's just gonna, like, you're just gonna cook your computer for, like, graphics that don't even look that much better, in all honesty. I mean, people who succeed often make songs for themselves, and more often than not, they don't succeed. Now you put someone who makes music randomly and succeed, and honestly have no hate. I mean, yeah, just... That's one of the biggest things. One of the biggest traps in music is that you try to chase... in any art form, whether it's music, I don't want to call streaming art, but any entertainment, that's what it is. Any entertainment is you want to capture the success and repeat it. And it's very hard to find a balance between capturing success and what have you. If you try to, like, capture success and, like, try to hold on to it too tightly, it slips through your fingers and you become Darkside Phil. How he's still around, I don't know, but Darkside Phil, you know, he just wants that nice juicy tip. Come on, chat, give me a nice juicy tip. Nice, he has a whole song. Give us a nice juicy tip. He just wants that nice juicy tip. These are his words. Give Darkside, next time you see Darkside Phil, remember to give him a nice juicy tip, chat. Okay, so I need that, but I'm gonna have to clean off these parts. That's too much blue. I'm gonna have to make this bronze. But, like, you chase it too much, you become a lol cow, or you just fail because you're not being genuine anymore. But at the same time, if you're not conscious of what you're doing, you're not doing things for, like, the entertainment of other people. And if you're just doing it for yourself, why are you bothering to publish it, is the thing. If you just want to do something for yourself, make it for yourself. If you want to do something for other people, than make it for other people. But you have to find a balance because you still have to do something for yourself. It's complicated. Life. Nope. Let's see here. And it needs a heckin', oh my god, it needs, oh god, that's a horrible thing. Gotta hate the DSL company, yeah. That thing needs 2 graphic cards, 1 to run the game, and 1 to, and 1 for the AI filter. That's why it's not worthwhile. Again, it's gonna just cook your it's gonna overtax your computer in every sense. It's gonna run up your energy bill. It's just, it's so stupid. Ooh, but right now, AI is big, so how do you market? Use AI. Ooh, somehow better than... let's see here. How's DSP still going? I don't know, dude, but, like, it will be a cold day in hell when he stops going, man. Okay? Everyone else can stop. But, like, if ever I found out Darkside Phil might actually have to stop streaming, I'd fucking donate to him. I'd go over and be like, not today. You must outlive. Listen, he has to outlive everyone. I don't care who it is, dude. It could be my Oshi. I don't care. Darkside Phil has to outlive everyone. If he doesn't outlive everyone, it ruins one of the best fucking internet jokes. He just keeps going. He keeps going, man. He's slowly dying inside, but he's just like, this is the boat. This is the boat I made, and I'm gonna row in it, damn it. A nice juicy tip. A nice juicy tip. There's so much deep lore about him. Oh my god. And unlike other, like, the thing is, though, that Darkside Phil, for as bad as he is, he's just a bad, like, content creator. He's just a narcissistic, self-serving asshole. But compared to, like, say, Boogie, he's a lot better. You remember Boogie? You know, the guy who was, like, a really nice dude, then he started streaming, and then he lied about having cancer and, like, took a bunch of money from his audience, and used that to, like, you know, exploit, you know, finances from his audience and whatnot. And you're like, oh, that's pretty bad. Remember Chris Chan? And you're like, oh god. Yeah, when you put into context, like, Darkside Phil compared to, like, other people, you're like, oh god. Don't worry, not everyone is bad. Like, you know, PewDiePie just, you know, retired and is living his life in Japan. God bless him. Markiplier's just, you know, having fun on the internet, still doing Let's Plays, you know? You know, not everyone you knew is, like, I mean... Nobody thought, like, Chris Chan was normal, but... nobody also thought Chris Chan was going to do that. And if you're like, what did Chris Chan do? Unironically, don't worry about it. If you somehow don't know, if you don't know who Chris Chan is, just don't. I'm not gonna say what he did, because what he did is, like, it's still happening. Okay, not the worst thing he did is still happening, thank God, but, like, a lot of the other things he's doing is still happening. He shouted white power at a convention. Not because, like, not in a racist way. It's just, like, he was dressed up as, like, a white Power Ranger. But he's autistic and attention-seeking. So as the white Power Ranger, he was shouting white power. He's very autistic. He needs help. Damn, some people, don't need. Don't need to survive. It's what? Don't worry about it. If you don't know what Darkside Phil, sorry, not Darkside Phil. If you don't know what Chris Chan did I say Darkside? I don't know. They're all blending together. They're all monsters. Or was the what to the cancer one? I was lost in the sauce. Boogie faked cancer to get money. Oh god, iDubbbz is a dragon now. iDubbbz married a whore. And oh, that's pretty rude. No, she's a whore. He married a whore, and she must have some really good pussy because he completely, like, changed himself for the worse. He turned himself into a cuck for her. Possibly literally. I don't think any pussy is worth that, in all honesty, but, iDubbbz disagreed, and now he's a dragon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he's a dragon now. He's like Kanye West. I'm a dragon. Oh god. iDubbbz is VTubing as a dragon, and you might be like, oh, he's a dragon too. No, he's like a really, probably like $100 model of a dragon, like a Western dragon, not like a dragon boy, but like a dragon. And he just streams with a model of a dragon for some reason. He's kind of descending into Darkside Phil territory, but where Darkside Phil, it's like, give him money so he'll stay alive. You know, I want to see how far this will go. Nobody wants to see how far this will go. They just want it to end. Ooh. Oh yeah, he needs help to do the Kurt Cobain. I love it whenever we get a Browning 5 in a game, which is not often, but every time we've gotten a Browning 5 in a video game, we've always just made a Kurt Cobain joke immediately. Because we have no calm. Dark magic, probably. That's why he's Dark Side Phil. Wait. Okay, I need that bubble to burst real quick. There's a lot of bubbles that need bursting. I want the housing market bubble to burst. I need the AI. Okay, you're talking about the AI bubble. I was thinking about this earlier this week, actually. The AI bubble, it's gonna burst. It's not gonna make AI go away, just like how, you know, the .com bubble. It's like the .com bubble. That's literally what it is. There was a big bubble in the 90s called the .com bubble. It burst. People over-invested in, you know, .coms and website and like development and shit like that. I don't remember all of it because it's the 90s. And I really have more heard about this than experienced it. But the .com bubble burst, and it's like that. It is just another tech bubble that's going to burst, unless the government, like, starts subsidizing it, in which case, fuck. And it might be like, oh, they need to subsidize it, or else China, fucking no. Don't tell me China is, like, ahead of us in jack shit. Okay? Because, no. I'm sure they have their things, but don't be like, oh, no. Don't tell me that, like, central planning is going to beat the free market in, like, this kind of tech sphere. I'm not gonna believe you. That they're magically just going to, like, because it's all smoke and mirrors. I just don't care. They have stuff that they have advancements, but no. If they subsidize it, then the .com bubble is going to last longer, and they are subsidizing it. But it's going to burst. It's going to suck. It's like the housing market. The housing market that bubble needs to burst. But it's not bursting because the government is doing things to stop it from bursting. Like, the reason AI, and in America at least, the reason AI and housing is really shit right now, and why, like, tech and whatnot is so expensive, is not because of, like, free trade. It's because the government is stopping free trade. It's stopping the correction. It's stopping the bubble from bursting, so everything is so expensive because the government's like, no, 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 no. We can't let that happen. Nobody wants to be president when the bubble bursts, so they keep subsidizing either it's the housing market, the tech industry, or what have you. I learned another Sonic streamer that's crazy. J-Sonic. I was thinking, like, is Chris Stan crazy or just autistic? And I feel like he's the level of autism where, like, it doesn't really matter. Oh, God. I got to meet Boogie at a con here in Texas before or after he fell off. I know it's not gonna magically all go away, but I need it not to be... Yeah, that when the bubble bursts, it won't be everywhere. Ooh. It'll be more organically implemented. It won't just be this thing that's constantly pushed. It's over-invested right now is the problem. It is a bubble, and it should burst, and in all honesty, the sooner the better. So the bubble will burst no matter what, and the shockwave will be more and more important the more things... Yeah. The more they hold off on letting the bubble burst, the worse it will be when it does burst. Though that doesn't necessarily mean it would be worse for us. For example, when the housing market bubble bursts, that's going to be bad for the people who have houses. and trying to sell them, it's going to be amazing for people trying to buy houses, though. Problem is, right now, also BlackRock is getting subsidized by the government, and they're using those subsidies to buy houses. Why are we giving them money? Why? It's like, because they don't have enough money already. Literally, boomers just give them money for free. They're an investment firm that are just boomers give them money. Why are we giving them more money? Oh, they need it. It's like, no, they don't. They really fucking don't. Too big to fail. Okay, Enron. That's when nobody's fucking Opus would be like, ah, I got that. Nobody else. I have one person in my chat who would get that joke. Ooh. There's a lot of jokes I could have used, but for Bubbles, Enron was a big one in the 90s. Where they just speculated it was just gonna go up, 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 up. What do you mean it's going down? After he fell off, oof. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. I mean, I suppose it would have been more of a shame to meet him, be like, this is a great guy, and then find out he's not a great guy, so I guess you can't actually, I guess it's not that much of a shame. The fact that BlackRock hasn't been destroyed as a concept is just mind-blowing. The fact is, it's an investment firm, so it just, like, handles investments for people, which... That's always going to be a thing. It's the fact that BlackRock is allowed to do shit like buy single-family housing. What the and why do they buy it? Because it will just gain value over time. And the more houses they hold and don't sell, the more the market goes up. And like these investment firms have so many houses that they are artificially making the housing go up in price. And it's like, isn't this quite literally like cooking the market? Isn't this like illegal because of like insider trading or something? Like doing stuff to like you can't do stuff to artificially cause prices to go up effectively like this. And it is completely illegal, but again, if you enforce it, then the housing market crashes and nobody wants to be president while the housing market crashes. It's so fucking stupid. It's like, oh, you know, I don't want the boomers to get angry at me. It's like, okay, wait, hold up. I'm not gonna say who, but who voted for you? It's like, not the boomers. So why do you give a fuck if you piss off the boomers? Everyone's like, we can't piss off the boomers, and it's like, I think we can. And most of the boomers aren't the ones holding on to houses. It's one of the biggest things. Most boomers are just normal people in their 70s and like whatnot. They're not these like people who are holding on to houses to like sell them at a higher rate. This is like 1% of the boomer population doing this. So they're like, oh, well, we can't upset the boomer population and lower their housing value. And it's like, what percentage of it? It's like, it's literally a minority of the boomer population we don't want to piss off. And it's like, people who like want to hold on to their house and when they die, finally sell it. And when they sell it, they're going to give all their money, not to their kids, to help them for the next generation, but they're gonna give it to like some fucking warlord in Africa. It's all so tiresome. But so yeah, I'm not even kidding. Over 70% of it's probably more than 1%. 7% of houses and units in my area are all purchased by corporations and H-1B workers. Ugh! I love it when they're like, no, we have to get these people in because no Americans want to work here. And it's just like, and then those people leave. And then a bunch of Americans come in and are like, yeah, we want to work here, but we couldn't work here because they were hiring, you know... I know H-1Bs aren't illegal, but this literally happened in, like, several factories where, like, they were just employing illegal immigrants. You know, they're like, oh, well, people don't want to, like, work here, so we have to have the illegals. And then the illegals got, like, deported. This was, like, in, like, 2018 and whatnot. Like, this is well-known stuff, if you've been paying attention. And what happened is, like, immediately people were like, yeah, we want to work here. Ooh. And it's just like, it's just... It's literally for a market scarcity that doesn't exist. It's so annoying. It's all kind of illegal and immoral, and that's the problem. Ooh. God, remember when George Soros caused the English economy to collapse just so he could get more money? People don't talk about that enough. Yeah, he does a lot of evil shit, but that was wild. Guy literally guy sees the English economy is about to, like, collapse in on itself, and he's like, oh, hey, how can I make this worse? This is a guy, by the way, who sold out Jews to the Nazis, and somehow we're supposed to act like he's not the most evil person on the planet. Oh, he's a cartoon villain. Oh, God. But isn't George Soros a Jew? Yeah. He don't care. Ooh. Black Monday. Was that the English one? Ooh, wasn't the Great Depression like Black Tuesday or something? Let's see here. I live in a... Okay. But... Oh my goodness. We're supposed to be talking about Gundam X and whatnot. How did we get here? Check stream talk. Fair enough. How did we get here? Where have we been? Where are you going from? Oh, that's beautiful. What's that? China's been here for 5,000 years. Fucking, that is the most delusional shit I've ever heard. Because China, modern day China, started with Mao. You can't say, I love this, you know, the Mao's like, we're gonna reset China, make a new country. And ever since Mao died, they're like, no, we've always been communist China for the last 5,000 years. It's like, fucking shut up. Oh yeah, you know, we're older than the fucking Egyptians. Fuck off. Oh my god. 5,000 years. Hold up, I've heard this one before. Hold up, I've heard. Wait a minute. Is that you, Netanyahu? 5,000 years. Oh god. This country was promised to us 5,000 years ago. Oh my god. You guys didn't hear what I forgot to share it, but it was just I checked stream talking. It was something about trade, but it was a Chinese official saying that, like, we've been here for 5,000 years, like China, and it's like China has not been. You cannot be like the Qin dynasty and modern day China are the same country. That's like saying, you know, pretty much. That's like saying Athens and Rome are the same country because they both had democracy and they both were in the Mediterranean. Ooh. Pokemon XYZ. Ooh. Things are getting spicy. Ooh. Pokemon XYZ be like, oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. I'll check your other stream talk. Sorry that I didn't share the one thing. Ooh. I have a dumb idea for mass production Strike Freedom Gundam. So here it is, a Barzam with 4 funnel wings, and isn't the Barzam the mass production Gundam Mark II? Can I remember a mobile suit Barzam? I'm so smart. I remembered a mobile suit's name. It's technically like it's supposed to be like a mass production version of the Gundam Mark II, but it's fuck I don't. It has the same specs as the Gundam Mark II. I think that's what it is. It's like the same generation of mobile suit. It's not. I don't know why I'm talking about the Gundam Mark II, but it's this. This is the Barzam. Of course, I share its line art, which always looks terrible. Nah, but you don't get it. They're from a OG lineage of pure traders for 5,000 years. 5,000 years. Man, I thought 3,000 years, and I'm gonna have to update my meme to like 5,000 years from 3,000 years, man. Fucking China. Oh, goodness. But, let's see here. Red spot on the, crotch now, shot a freedom, like a freedom tummy. Is that a Vernier or is that a cannon? Well, yeah, it does have like a little Vernier there, don't it? It has a crotch Vernier, why not? Oh, funny story. Rothschilds knew that Napoleon lost during the Waterloo and went back to England to tell them French won so they can buy all of the bonds. I fucking hate these people. I fucking hate these people in history. I fucking hate these people. It's like, oh my god. You know, when Ford, from General Ford, you know, when Ford, who was like notoriously anti-Semitic, was like, you know, and all this shit, you know, like not a great person, kind of an asshole. But then he was like, yeah, I think my workers should have like 2 days off for the weekend, because having them work, you know, 7 days a week is kind of inhumane, you know. But and meanwhile he's going like dirty Jews. Actually, you know what? It's history. I don't even know if he was anti-Semitic. People are like, oh, Disney was an anti-Semite. Meanwhile, Disney was just like, oh yeah, here are all my Jewish animators and whatnot. Like, here's my best friend. He's a Jew, you know, fucking that, you know, but... So God knows if Ford was even an anti-Semite, because that's just some shit people say nowadays. But when fucking Ford is listed like the best fucking person, then you have like the Dodge brothers who are like, no, you can't have better business practices that, you know, allow cars to be made cheaper for people. Why not? Because we own it, because we own stock in your company and we think that'll hurt the stock. But I own the company. Well, we're gonna take this to court, and the court's like, no, you can't make cars that are cheaper and better for people to use, because that will hurt the stock value, because it might hurt the stock value, and the Dodge brothers are concerned about that. And then the Dodge brothers go and make their own fucking car company anyways. Well, actually, Ford, because of this, buys Ford company and re-privatizes it. That's what actually happens, because he gets so fed up with the public market, he re-privatizes. It's a whole fucking thing. It's a whole fucking thing. Ford re-privatizes. It's a fucking thing. We don't need to... We're not gonna go into the history of fucking Ford. Fix... You know what Ford stands for? Fix it again, Tony. That's a Fiat, Dale. Ooh. God, the Roth fucking child. Why are you alive? Why do I have the thought? This is because you can finally see Barzam shout in laser from a red spot finally. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. England and America might as well be the same thing. I disagree. I disagree. I resent that. Ooh. We are the most similar countries, though. It's literally like, well, England is like Rome after it fell, and America is effectively the Byzantine Empire. We're the other half of Rome that's like, no, we're gonna hold on. We're gonna do our best to hold on after Rome already fell. Ooh. Which might sound a little pessimistic, and it might be. Ooh. Like, people are like, how did the Roman Empire fall, like, so quickly? You know, and then we look at England, and it's like, oh, okay, actually, it's pretty fucking easy, apparently. Apparently, you can be, like, several times as powerful as Rome, and then, like, in one generation, lose it all. Wow. One generation of ruler. You just, one, or maybe at most 2 generations of losers, whatever, rulers, you just lose your entire empire. Fucking wow. How do you lose an empire? It only takes one bad ruler. How could you say that? No, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't think Queen Elizabeth was a very good ruler. The first Queen Elizabeth, fire. Quite literally, she set those Spaniards on fire. Queen Elizabeth getting invaded by the Spanish. You know, it's like, okay, so they got all their soldiers in these, like, ships crammed up like sardines. Okay, take my 3 best ships. That's not 3. Just take 3 of my ships, set them on fire, and have them float into their fleet, set all of their ships on fire, fuck them. And if you look at this Spanish flotilla that was going to invade England, it has the dumbest trajectory ever. If I remember correctly, so like say this is England, right? And I can't quite remember if this is exactly how it went, but like this is Europe. And what it did was it launched from Spain, and it was going to like invade here, but like it couldn't because of the currents or something. So like it went all the way, it either went like all the way around England to invade here, or it went all the way around England to invade here. And you're like, why? I don't know. But because of that, like, they lost, like, a third of their fleet because of bad weather. And it's like, why didn't they just go, like, here? Because they just didn't have the navigation skills. That's the open ocean right here, so they had to follow, and then they had to get to this point. And instead of just crossing and then going up, they decided to go all the way around or some shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting this wrong. I'm pretty stupid. But they just fucking, I don't know what they did. They lost, like, a third of their forces before they even got their ships on fire. History's really silly. History's really silly. I forgot about that. I'm gonna leader of China. I want to rename it Long Qin Dynasties. Oh, Barzam is a mass production Mark II. Ah, I feel so validated. I feel validated so much. Before I catch up to chat, let me see what the other stream talk was, because you shared more, and it looked really nice. I like what you did here. I like this, because one, this is a very nice picture. You used focus. I don't know if you took this picture, but whoever did, they used focus to make it look like a very nice movement happening here. And also, I love the Zaku too. And then, that's good. That's good. It tells a story. I respect that. It's 3 hours in. Our prep is not done. There is no hope. There is no. This is this is supposed to be a 2-hour stream. I was supposed to get all the bagging done and then talk to you for a little bit. We're like almost at 3 hours. Nothing progress has happened. If you enjoy this, follow along for more, I guess. We still got a little bit more in us, but wow. Oh, good lord. Okay, let's talk about Force history. Let's begin chapter 1. That makes me think of Star Wars history, and I don't think we're ready to talk about the Rakatan Infinite Empire right now. Oh, stream, this chair is still on. Let me close that real quick. I don't think we're ready to talk about the Rakatan Infinite Empire right now. We got so much to do. Thank you, Bibbo, for the follow. Thank you, Thank you, Marge Simpson. Homer! I can't do a Marge. I can't do one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I either can do, like, in the ballpark where there's no hope. There's no hope for a Marge. Oh, God. It's so bad. Homie! I can do a fucking better Miss Piggy than I can do a Homer. The trick to doing Miss Piggy, if you've never done a Miss Piggy impression, is if you can do a Yoda impression, you can do a Miss Piggy impression. Because Yoda! Because Miss Piggy's just a feminine Yoda. Let me see if I haven't done a Miss Piggy in a while. It's fucking. I'm too much of a giggle puss to do a Yoda impression. Ah! I hit my head for set. You or do not. There is no try. That's terrible, but. Kermie. Yeah, that's what it is. You start with it. You start here, and then you go to a. Then you just pitch up. You just pitch up a Yoda, and you can get to a Miss Piggy. That's what it is. Kermie. Doesn't have to be good. You just have to be in the ballpark. It's more than normal than your super. Oh. It's more than normal than your super smart man. That reminds me, I had a whole topic about midwits. I had a whole thing written out about midwits, and we didn't Ah! I can blame Etta for this, because I was about to talk about Symbiotic Titan, and then she raided me. And so we didn't get to talk about Symbiotic Titan, because Etta raided me, so it's her fault, not mine. We didn't get to talk about Symbiotic Titan. It's so peak. It's Gendy Tartakovsky made a super robot anime. Sorry, made a super robot cartoon. And it's absolutely peak. If you have not seen Symbiotic Titan, unironically check it out. It is like the ultimate it is the ultimate Western version of a super robot show. It's so clean. The character work is really nice. It's kind of like, it reminds me of kind of Buffy, to go back to Buffy, and like how it's, you know, like these teen characters going through life while like they're trying to be like normal in high school, but they're actually aliens, kind of like how Buffy, you know, is trying to be like normal and get through high school while being a demon hunting, you know, slayer, vampire hunting slayer. She also hunted demons. Ooh. Like, it captures that feel really well. And then it'll just be like, oh yeah, by the way, here's like a kaiju that they're gonna have to fight for this episode. And you're like, yes. Yes, this is pretty peak. This is pretty nice. All the three robots combine, but they combine in like a really novel fashion that uses its kind of more interpretive art style to get away with more. What I mean is that they just do mechanically impossible. The combination that happens in the show is mechanically impossible. You can never like make a toy of it that's like realistic. It'd have to be a parts former or something. It's impossible to make a symbiotic transformer. Also, it like, you know, when they all combine, they like get, you know, 50 times larger. So that's also just, you know, there's some mass shifting involved. This is old anime rules. Let's see here. Why was it canceled? Oh, because we didn't know how good we had it, dude. We had no idea how good we had it. Oh my god, I need to rewatch Symbiotic Titan. It's so good. It's so fucking good. I forget his name, so I'm gonna call him Baymax. I just can't remember his name. He's like Baymax, but better. But the fat android, I just absolutely, I talked about this last stream, but I just absolutely love when the girl does a lap dance for him. She doesn't like do a literal lap dance, but she does like a stripper dance. She jumps around the room. She like literally uses a light, like a light stand. A light stand. She uses a lamp, you fucking idiot. She uses a lamp as like a stripper pole at one point. She doesn't like take any clothes off because it's a kid's show, but she like swirls around it and whatnot. She's doing all this stuff, and it's just like, you know, to like, you know, get this nerd, you know, hot under the collar, but he's a robot, so he doesn't care. So she does this whole dance. She's like dripping wet with sweat, and you're like, this is a kid's show? Like, what am I watching right now? And then just the robot, who I just can't remember his name for some reason, the robot who's in the disguise of a human just goes, the fuck was that? Which, like, we're supposed to be studying right now. And she's just like, I can't get him. Which makes me want him more. Oh, goodness. I love the antagonist of Symbiotic Titan. He felt like he walked right out of, like, all of his monsters get defeated and whatnot, but he always felt so intimidating. Because he's like some guy who got banished for, like, some reason from, like, the Empire, and he comes back to the Empire with, like, forbidden technology, and he just has superpowers, and he just kills people. He's just unrelenting. He's just a monster in his own right. Pure intimidation the whole time. Got a big beard, got a big silly hat, but he's selling it, because you know he can kill anyone in the show. If he got one-on-one with any other character, they'd be dead. Ooh. It is such a, and you're just watching it, and you're just like, oh, he never even gets to Earth because he just sends things to Earth. He's like, give me another monster and I'm gonna throw it at Earth. But he doesn't throw the monsters at Earth usually himself. He pretty much tells his underlings to, and he's like, you failed me? Okay, well, like, he doesn't kill them immediately, but I believe he does kill an underling because he's like, okay, you just suck. and I need somebody better than you, and I don't have patience for this. Doesn't immediately kill his underlings, but he does kill his underlings like a good bad guy. Okay, is BB Big Yahoo, Yahoo actually gone? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Yahoo is gone. Yahoo Yoo-hoo. All fucking remember when Kanye West went on the Alex Jones show and he had a net? He had like a fish net or something. And when I mean like, you know, like not like a fish net like you throw into the ocean, but I think he had like a either like a butterfly net or he had like a tank net for like, you know, little fish that you buy at the store. And then he just had like a fucking bottle of like Yoo-hoo chocolate milk. And he was just like, here's my net and Yahoo. And Yoo-hoo. Here's my net and Yoo-hoo. And it's just like, okay, what else do you have to say? And he's like, I got some real anti-Semitic shit to say. All the people on Twitter don't understand what I say. Dig Xeon. Oh, if I could pull that clip up right now, I would. Not him saying the word, but I have an edit of that. Ooh. Of where instead of saying the, you know, HH, they're saying Zig Xeon. It's so fucking... Oh, that's a man who needs his medication. It's really funny when he's off his medication, but at the same time, I'd prefer if Kanye stayed on it. Hopefully. I know that, like, maybe it's too late and he's moved on from it, in which case, like, completely fair. But, like, you made another season of Primal. Everyone loved it. Gendy, I might be asking for too much, and maybe it would be terrible because the moment's gone. But Gendy, if you have it in you, don't do it because you need... Don't, like, only do it if you have it in you. Consider making another season of, like, of Symbiotic Titan. Okay? Like... People like, we need more Firefly. Symbiotic Titan is my Firefly, bro. Like, Firefly, I'm like, Firefly got a movie. Okay? It got something we can call a conclusion. It has more story that can be told, but we have something complete in and of itself. Symbiotic Titan, man. It didn't even get a movie. It was good! Yeah, the newest season of Primal, I've heard really good things about it. I watched the first few episodes and I'm like, it seems to still have the touch, man. It's very action driven, and by that I don't just mean that it has good action. I mean like literally because the character doesn't speak English, everything is communicated through actions. And even when you have like the leper colony, they're communicating because they're lepers. They're not going, oh, hello, how are you? They're going, because their tongues are, because all their tongues fell out. So they're just communicating through grunts and whatnot. Ooh. I love that now he's in more of a civilized area. It's gone from like primeval, you know, like fighting like dinosaurs, to now it's just Conan the Barbarian, but with a zombie Neanderthal. And it's like, fucking yes. Oh god. Yeah, the whole thing is a visual story. I think you don't get characters like who say anything until the woman, I forget her name, but until his, let's just call it his wife, even though they're never technically married, until his wife appears. And is that the end of the first season, or was that the second season? They call Xeon many things, but it's wrong. Ooh. But wrong was never one of them exactly. Oof. You see, that's why Gundam X, though, is better, because you see, Xeon threw one colony. In Gundam X, they were like, no, throw all the colonies. I love how in Gundam X, they're like, what if they throw the colonies again? And I was like, dude, have you seen the Earth? There's no more colonies to throw. They're not going to throw any more colonies. They were making a super laser out of a colony because they couldn't throw any more colonies. I don't know if there are any more colonies outside of Cloud 9, which is the which is just side 9 from, like, which is just side 9 effectively. But I don't know if they have any more colonies. Keep forgetting to catch up on Primal. I remember that I watched the first 2 seasons with my pa, so I was catching up, and then I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. On weekends, I can go see my pa and watch it with him. Ooh. My dad is pretty cool. He'll watch shit like that with me. I'll watch the Rockford Files, you know, with him, and then, you know, we'll sit down and then watch Primal together. We got a good relationship. we watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged together. He was like, that was pretty good. We watched Hellsing Abridged together. He was like, that was pretty good. We watched Final Fantasy VII together, Abridged together, and he's like, this isn't as good. And I was like, no, it's not. So we stopped. Oh, God. But he liked Hellsing Abridged, and he liked Dragon Ball Z Abridged. He grew up watching Dragon Ball Z with me. I grew up with him watching he didn't grow up watching Dragon Ball Z. He was watching Speed Racer and shit. He'd come home in the middle of the day and watch Speed Racer. That's how old he is. Fucking gross. But growing up, I'd watch Dragon Ball, and my mom was like, you can't watch that. That's too violent. Now come over here and watch Buffy with me. You know, Dragon Ball Z is too violent. You know, it's too dark for a child to watch. Now watch 6 Feet Under, a show about a mortuary workers. Fucking what? But Dragon Ball is too dark. You can't watch Dragon Ball. Meanwhile, my dad's just like, I like the one with purple hair. What's his name? Underwear? Awesome. What's that? His named after underwear? Awesome. What's that one? That's his mom? He looks older than her. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god, dude. That guy's widow's... Oh my god, is that guy... Hey, is that not Viggo Mortensen? What is it? I can't remember his name, son of a bitch. I remember Viggo Mortensen, but I don't remember the guy who plays Elrond. Good lord. Ooh. I need to finish Primal... I like how everyone's just like, you can't bring a character back from the dead because then it cheapens their death. And then you just have fucking Gendy go, yeah, but I can. And he did, and everyone's like, he did it. And the thing is, it's not because he brought the character back. He made an entire season about the journey of coming back to life. He made it a trial in and of itself, and it's not shown as a pleasant thing, but he brings a character back to life, and he shows it as a horror show where they could die again. And it's like, fuck. And it's kind of worse being brought back to life because to die again is a lot harder once you've already died once. Okay, so can I just assemble these parts? I can. So these parts I can just put together without caring. This is final words here. Which character? For the Gendy, I was thinking about Spear. How people are like, you can't bring back Spear unless you were asking something else. Space Revolutionary Army did nothing wrong. Is that what it's called in Gundam X? I can't. They were just calling them new typists at the end because they were like, that shit's too long. That shit's way too long. Wait, big cat just cats that can roar? Yes. A big cat is a cat that can roar and does not purr. This is why cheetahs are not qualified as big cats, because cheetahs purr. I'm not fucking being facetious when I say that. There's more to it, but one of the reasons why... I'm not fucking with you. One of the reasons why cheetahs are considered not to be big cats is because they cannot roar and they can purr. Which is so fucking... It's like your trachea is not... Like you don't have a deep enough voice. You're too much of a soy boy of a cat. Get the fuck out of here, cheetahs. They're just checking the testosterone levels of cheetahs and going like, you're not big enough, bro. Go back, hit the gym, and come back, bro. What's this? You only do cardio? Fucking pussy. You're not a big cat. You'll never be big like us. It's like, fuck. To be fair, if you ever could domesticate a big cat, it would be a cheetah. Mostly because people kind of have. Nobody's ever done like a breeding program, but there have been people who have caught cheetahs and trained them into being like hunting dogs effectively, but cats. However, they never bothered to actually like domesticate them, which is bullshit, because that means we could literally have like cats that are the size of dogs and act like dogs, but we don't. Because nobody thought we should, because nobody kept it going for more than 1 or 2 generations. We could have fucking domesticated cheetahs right now, but we don't. And that actually pisses me off. Because I would totally have a domesticated cheetah. Cheetahs, I believe, are one of the only, cheetahs I don't think have ever predated on humans. Mostly because humans are kind of big. They're like, that's too big. I don't want to bother with that. Science made by Swartzy and Ramboster Stallone. Saying science and Swartzy. First thing that came to mind was Junior. And you might be like, really? Junior? Yeah. If you don't know what Junior is, that's the movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant. I miss the 90s. You know, we were running out of ideas in the 90s, so we were just like, fuck it, well, what should we do? Let's have a movie called Twins, and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito are twins. Cool. Okay, what should the next movie be? Okay, let's have Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito be like lab, you know, both be scientists. Okay, you know what? I could accept the twins one, but like, neither of those men strike me as scientists. Shut the fuck up. Arnold struck the fuck up. That's not the silly part. The silly part is Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant. What? Yeah, and then he has like mood swings and he has like cramps because he's pregnant. What? Oh, God. And then at the end of the movie, they try to convince Danny DeVito to get pregnant. What? I miss when the fetishes were poorly disguised, chat. Now the movies just are the fetishes instead of the subtext. Cheetahs often get dog friends if they're young and really help mellow them out. We could have domesticated them. Hello, Zenless. Welcome. Hello, it's time for news. We got V starter decks and David structure decks and Lucy structure decks and booster backs and edge runners for first release. Cyberpunk is actually confirmed for CD Projekt Red. Coming soon. Is that a copy pasta? I think Cyberpunk was confirmed long ago. I think it might have come out. I think Cyberpunk might have come out a little while ago. Blessed be their weed dealer. Weed was better when it was illegal. I said it. It was better when it was illegal. Ooh, you know what was happening when it was illegal? You weren't having store. Actually, what was it in This is actually a vape store, but a vape store in like Scotland got burned down because it just was unlicensed, and it just, yeah, why not? Why not? Ooh. Why don't we do that? But but it's just like a building that's older than like a building that's probably like, you know, 100 years old. Just got burned down. Beautiful old, you know, building that might be several hundred years old. Its foundations are certainly several hundred years old. Just burned down because some person had a vape shop. You know, I think it was an illegal immigrant too, because England has a lot of those, just like everywhere. Just, you know, just burn down a building, just burn down a historical shopping building. Why the fuck not? It's probably gonna be replaced with some modern, hideous piece of shit. Ooh, something with no soul. But also weed. better when it was illegal. Okay, now weed's gonna be way more expensive. So expensive that you're going to buy it from, like, you're gonna buy it illegally anyways, which is actually what happens in a lot of places. A lot of times when they legalize weed, they tax it so heavily that people just go like, cool, I'm going to go to my dealer still because, like, a lot of times the dealer's just a person they know anyways. But the dealer is, like, gonna sell it to me cheaper. Like, it's cheaper to buy this on the black market. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we have all these... Fucking, that's the dumbest shit. Chat, do you see what I see? Oh, that's really on there. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. It's not a Gunpla stream if I don't misassemble something. You know, I was joking that there's no way we can get to 20 hours, but, like... Nah, we're only gonna get to, like, you know, at most 18 hours. Fucking can't believe I'm saying that. Ah! Before... Wait, no, we're assembling things right now, chat. We've already started assembling things. Oh my god, chat, we are actually building things. We're breaking new ground, and we might be breaking the pieces as well. We need to be a little careful, but we're building! Chat, we're building! We're building, chat! Oh my god! I didn't even realize it. We're building! Oh, I never thought I'd see the day. Oh, dealers are the backbone of these of the industry, of course. Ooh. I do not partake myself. Ooh. But I do know somebody who does. Ooh. I had enough medically prescribed drugs growing up, and that shit fucked me up real bad. So I'm just like, nah. I'd rather have crippling anxiety and depression. Thank you very much. I'd rather feel the pain than have it numbed, because at least I know it's me. I'd rather face it and overcome it. Thank you. Ooh. Let's see here. Ooh. Okay, I can't believe we actually did some assembly here today. Here's a question. Okay, so I have one bag, but here's the problem, chat. This is one bag, and this is only half of all of these. I painted them and put... Why did I do this? I'm just realizing how stupid I am. Wait a minute. Wait. I might not be as stupid as I'm saying. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'm not an idiot. Maybe these are all the pieces I need. Because if there's 4... I mean, there's 8. But there's like 4. They're in pairs of 2. So there's 4. I have 8. There's 2 for each. Wait a minute. 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 Four. Oh my god, I have enough pieces. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, it's over 3 hours. It's gonna be a 2-hour stream. How could I forget though? How can it be a 2-hour stream when it's a Black Knight stream? Based. Ooh. What's that? You don't do drugs because you already have brain damage, probably? That's pretty base, bro. I remember one time driving. I probably don't have brain damage, but knock on wood. But I remember driving. This is back, you know, this is back when I was real young, so my parents didn't care, you know. When your kids are real young, you're like, they can take anything. Oh, wait a minute, there's more. Shit. Where do you go to? Why do I have 16 if I only need 8? Oh, because there's 4 more. Done. Okay. But, we, like, what they would do is they would just, like, throw us in the trunk of the car. It was a minivan. They threw us in the trunk. It was a minivan. But, like, to give us space in the trunk, they'd fold up the seats, right? To give us more space to play in the trunk. I mean, this is just bad parenting. I can't make this sound good. But here's the fun part, chat, is that when the seats are folded forward, it's over 9,000! Did you know it was over, originally it was over 8,000 in the original Japanese, but they changed it to 9 to fit better with the, I don't care. To fit better with the lip sync? Nobody cares. But, when you fold up the seats lock into the floor with, like, these prongs, and when you fold the seat up, the prongs are still there. The metal, like, hooking mechanism is still there. It's just that now, instead of being hooked into the ground, like, say, instead of being hooked into the ground, so, like, down like this, you know, like, it's so instead of, oh, fuck it. I can't, okay, like this, okay? So, like, let's say this is the mechanism. Instead of being, like, hooked into the ground like this, now it's just pointing out like this. And you have kids right here, you know, just kids playing, you know, right here. And my dad especially is a hard breaker. And you might be like, oh god. Yeah. My dad is like one of those people who's like, oh hey, the light's red. And we're 10 feet away from the line, slam on the brakes. Like, it doesn't matter when he sees it. He's gonna wait until the last minute to hit those brakes. It is if you get car sick, never ride a car with my dad. Okay? He will make you vomit in, like, no time at all. He is one of the most jerky drivers. And when I say jerky, I don't mean he's a big jerk. I mean, it's like he drives a fucking automatic transmission like somebody driving a manual who doesn't know how a manual works. And if you're like, how is that possible? I don't fucking know, but he finds a way. But anyways, he stops the car while the children are like, hee 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 hee, bam! And that's how I got a scar on my head. And that's how I got this scar, chat. He just fucking... And then we didn't play in the trunk anymore, you know? The youngest, the smallest, the most fragile, you know, the most ignorant is the one who got there. Oh god. One of the biggest things is whenever we went somewhere, I always sat in the back of the van, and I was always super quiet as a child. And so my parents would always just go, where's Seth? Where's Seth in our Flintstone car? Cause I'm a dinosaur. Where's Seth? And I just like poke my head out because I also would never sit in the middle of the back seat. I'd sit behind one of the seats, so I just disappear. And I just like poke out and be like, eh. I wouldn't even say anything. I just like poke out and be like, and just look at them like an autistic little child that I was. And they'd be like, oh, there he goes. And then I just go back. I've never heard the back to the van called the trunk before. I don't know, what do you call it? It's not technically a trunk, but it's just the trunk. I don't know what to call it. It's the bonnet. Wait, no, the bonnet's the thing in the front for the English. Brits call the trunk the boot. Thank you, the frickin' weirdos. The boot. I know it's called a trunk because old cars had a literal trunk on the back of them. So it's called a trunk because you used to have a trunk there. Like a literal trunk. If you look up old cars, they just had a trunk on the back. They're just like, fuck it, here's extra storage space. Just put your chest on the back of this car, bro. It'd just be like a, you know, like a chest from like, you know, like a Victorian chest or something. It looked pretty nice, honestly. Ooh. I think the bonnet is weirder. The boot, I don't really understand why it's called the boot. But the bonnet always makes me think of like a woman, you know, having a bonnet. And it's like, well, it looks like a bonnet. And you know, to be fair, I don't know if it looks like a bonnet. but a car engine is about as attractive to look at as your average English woman. So I think I'm starting to see the similarity, actually. Ooh, sounds like a cool childhood. Nah. Nah. Nah, I got problems, man. Ooh. God, I always have trouble remembering stories from my childhood because they just never come up. Ooh, I took shit for granted severely. Ooh. Oh, I already have these pieces cut out, so I'm just stupid. Okay, so let's get all these pieces together. Ooh. Let's get everything together. Let's get you. You're the backpack, so you would go with the torso. I think this is the torso. Yo, what? Damn, yo! What happened? What happened? Ooh. Plus trunk is literally the oh wait, yo, it's for what I said about the English women. Oh god. That's also a torso piece, isn't it? Yes, it is. So why is it not with the torso? Yeah, I figured it. I figured it out. Oh god. So, plus trunk is literally a large container where you store things and make sense, but yeah. The kit seems to have a lot of parts. Oh, it does. But it's very repetitious and there's a lot of, I don't want to say redundancy, but there's a lot of, you can build like the arms and legs simultaneously for the most part. So it is a very streamlined build in many aspects. And a lot of the parts are just kind of more quantity than complexity is how I'd put it. Ooh. I don't think I'm gonna assemble this part on stream. Ooh, because we are already pretty over. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention why the Zaku review didn't come out today. I said on Discord, but for those of you who are not on the Discord, and if you want on the Discord, the link is literally, it should be just my card link, the Ryu Wee Woo, and it should just be the Discord. If the invite isn't working, tell me. Ooh. Or if you just want me to put the invite in chat, I can always do that directly. Ooh, which is 9 times out of 10 what I do. But, for the Police Zaku review, the Police Zaku which was gifted to me by Etta Hingst, and then was gifted to Mary, but we don't talk about that. But that review was going to come out today, but I realized all my footage was unusable. So I have to re-record everything. Well, not everything, but all of my footage of the gunplay itself is with this camera, and this camera looks fine here, but using it to actually, like, it was all really grainy and fuzzy. All the footage was unusable, so I have to use my phone and then take the data off my phone, and then my phone is overexposed, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to like get the right exposure on it. I have to do a bunch of reshooting. Poor gals. I don't know why English women look like that. It's not my fault. I just realized that a firearms barrel is called a barrel because they used to be forged piece by piece and wrapped together like you would make a wooden barrel and store things. I wonder if that's where the old myth that like gun barrels could like banana peel come from, because we've seen that in Looney Tunes and whatnot. But what if like that came from like old stories of early guns doing that, where overpressured guns would do that when they were, you know, like forged in that way, when the extra old guns were made? What if that's why? What if there's a little bit of history in that joke? Ooh. But let's hear. Well, it's the lack of proper care on themselves, the lack of sun too, and general soul-crushing feeling of being British. Man, dude, the lack of sun. Fucking England is like, I love how there's people in England who's like, oh no, we need more solar panels. And it's just like, I know it's a meme that England doesn't get a lot of sunlight, but if you actually look at maps of Europe, England unironically gets the least sunlight out of all of Europe. It's like comparable to like northern Norway. Okay? Like, this place does not get sun because either, you know, it's cold and depressing winter, or it's damp and cloud-covered summer because they're an island. Ooh. Like, and it's just like, oh, you know what we should do? What? Solar panels. Maybe windmills? It's kind of windy sometimes on the coast of England? No. No, so that's how you know. That's how you know somebody's as dumb as hell. Fucking wanting to put, like, fucking solar panels in England. What are we doing? Oh my god. You know what? We should, Oh god, I can't make it. I don't think there's anything comparable to how stupid that is. Ooh. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I'm assuming you mean the guns and not the solar panels, because the solar panels don't make a lot of sense. But yeah, the old Elmer Fudd with the, you know, banana peel gun. They're trying in a hope for better days at least. Oh my god. You know, maybe we shouldn't make fun of them. You know, they are hopeful. You know, you have to be like, you have to be hopeful to the point of delusion to be like, oh guys, maybe solar panels will work in England. I like how the only place on Earth that has like actual 100%, not the only place, but like the most prominent place on Earth that has 100% green energy is Tasmania. And they have wind farms. And you might be like, really? Yeah. However, it only works because Tasmania is like, unironically, the windiest place on Earth. Like, average, like the average wind speed of Tasmania throughout the year is like 25 miles per hour or something. Actually, no, I think it's 25 kilometers. But that's like 15 miles per hour or something, probably. Which is still really fast for an average wind. Like, the wind regularly, like, gets up to, like, 30s or, like, 30 mile per hour, which is... You convert it, I don't care. You convert it into people outside of America. But it's just a windy as hell place. Ooh, and why is it so windy? Antarctica... not the Bering Strait. Antarctica, sea currents, blah, blah, blah. It's... I can't do the science. It's just a really windy place. Ooh. But it's just, it's like that just has pure wind farms though, which is pretty neat. I also think Tasmania, like, Australian time zones are so fucked. Yeah, like, you might look at America and be like, why is Arizona not do daylight savings? Because it's stupid, you know. You might look at China and be like, why are they all on one time zone? Because it's stupid. But then you have like Australia, which is just like, oh hey, Brisbane is just like doing its own thing. Like it like all of the rest of Australia has its own daylight savings, except for like whichever place Brisbane is in. And then it's just like, no, we just don't do daylight savings. Also, we're gonna be an hour off from the rest of the country just to say fuck it, anyways. And then like Tasmania also just goes like, yeah, we're also on our own time zone, fuck it. Like, I don't know what happens in like East Asia, Southeast Asia, and you might be like Australia. I know. But it's in the same neck of the woods. Like, you literally go Southeast Asia, then you go... Like, once you get to Asia, the time zones just break down. Like, the time zones aren't perfect in the rest of the world, but they're just doing whatever the fuck they want, man. And in fucking Southeast Asia especially, they're just like, fuck you, this works. They're like, you know what? We're gonna be 15 hours ahead on this island. And it's like... But you're like... literally 2 time zones behind. Like, geographically, you should be 2 time zones behind this other island that's, like, only 12 hours ahead. And they're like, fuck you, 15 hours. And it's like, how are you... wait a minute. There's only 24 hours in a day. How are you 15 hours ahead? Because, like, that means that there would have to be, like, 20... Wait, that has to be 27... You're adding 3 hours to the day to be 15 hours ahead. Wait, you have a 27-hour day, and they're like, yeah, this is Reach, bitch. Welcome to Halo. Actually, Reach has a 26-hour day, I think, but still. Ooh. Oh, time zones fucking break down, man. They're just like the Europeans were like, guys, we have this idea. Time zones make everything really neat and clean, and then they just go, fuck you. And the Asians are like, fuck you, we do our own thing. Which I kind of respect. Let's see, imagine having Birmingham as a city and London as a capital, and one must be hopeful. Solar energy kind of works if you got a bunch of unusable land. Yes, wind energy is sus as wind energy is good if you're in a place like, again, Tasmania, where it's constantly windy because of just the geography. But in most places, it's really stop or go. It's a good supplement. It's a good thing to supplement your energy grid, but not to build your energy grid on, unless you're in Tasmania. And that's also true for solar. It's good to supplement the energy grid, but not build the entire thing off of. Ooh, I would like more nuclear plants. Everyone does, but literally oil companies are the reason why we don't have it. And you might be like, what? This actually goes really deep. But you know all the environmental stuff you hear about, like, wind energy and solar, and how wind energy and solar actually, like, produce a lot of waste in the production of wind energy and solar. How solar plant panels, you know, just, again, like, there's no true clean energy and whatnot, but how they produce all this waste and whatnot. What am I getting at? But then they look at oil and they focus on the sins of oil, while some of them, I mean, like, the plastics that are used in, like, wind energy turbines and and like solar panels, like, not the panels themselves, but like the housings for them and whatnot, are literally petroleum products. So they're taken from oil production, so they need oil production for their own, you know, technology, technically, indirectly. But then they, like, look at this and go like, oh, this is bad for the environment. Everything you hear about oil, this is actually really funny. You can look into old propaganda videos. Everything that they say about oil and how it's evil and how, like, new forms of, like, solar and wind power are good for the environment. You go back 50 to, like, 60 years, 60 to 70 years, you can find propaganda videos from oil companies that say the exact same thing about oil, and that say how oil is super environmental and good for everyone, and how nuclear power is bad for the environment, in the exact same way that modern green energy says that gasoline is bad for the environment. Not to say gasoline isn't, like, it produces stuff, like, it has, you know, oil spills bad. But it's very funny that all of the rhetoric that gasoline used, that gas companies used to kill nuclear energy, is literally used by green companies now to kill gas companies. And I kind of look at it as just the sword of Damocles. It's just like, you made this rhetoric, fucking die by it. But don't literally, because we actually need that energy still. Ooh. But yeah, nuclear would be really nice. Ooh. But then people are like, oh, hey, this nuclear plant that's, like, was made in the 50s. You know, it's not up to modern standards, so we shouldn't build a modern nuclear power plant, which are super fucking safe, by the way. Like, this shit, like, has almost no, like, if you build a nuclear power plant with modern regulations and just modern technology, it is it's really difficult to make them go critical effectively, to make them go Chernobyl and shit. But because Chernobyl and other nuclear power plants were made that didn't really have the best regulation, it's like, well, no, now nobody can have it. 3 Mile Island, nah. Because of that, no. This fucking power plant that was made in like the 60s or 70s, no, that means we can't make modern things. It's like, imagine if a plane crashed, right? Imagine if a plane crashed from the 60s, and then they were just like, well, I guess we can't have planes anymore. That's what it's like. That's what nuclear power is. It's literally a plane crashed in the 70s, so we can't have planes anymore because planes are too dangerous. And then you're like, wait, no, statistically, planes are too dangerous. We can't have planes anymore. It's just too much. It's too dangerous to have planes, bro. Ugh! What are we doing? Why are we here? We can't have it, bro. Okay? It went bad one time, bro. We can't do it ever again. This shit, fucking, how many oil spills have there been? Nah, dude, that's different. We can clean that up. It's like fucking, do we though? No, we just wait until, no, we just clean up the surface oil and then we let the rest fall to the bottom of the ocean and just kill everything on the bottom of the ocean. But we can't see it, so we don't care about it. Oh, God. Oh, God. And then you have, oh, God, how fucking... Every time I see a windmill hit a bird out of the sky, I firstly think, what a stupid fucking bird. And then I think, what a fucking waste of like, but then I also think, like, how that bird, even though it weighed, like, probably, like, a few pounds, probably damaged the strut it hit. And now that windmill is going to have its entire arm replaced. And guess what? That arm is not recyclable. So that's just garbage now. And as long as it's broken, it can't run. So now that windmill is just going to be taking up space for several weeks while they ship in a new arm. Oh my God. Can we just have nukes? I don't mean nuclear power. Can I just have a mini nuke? I just want to throw it at people. I mean, like, I just want to hasten our destruction. Oh God, my local nuke plant was built in the 70s and it's still going strong. Good for you, tied the oldest power plant in the world. I know the Midwest had a power plant in the Great Lakes area. David Bessie, I think it's been shut down though, which is a real shame because David Bessie was a workhorse. And instead of updating it and making a new power plant or something, it was more cost effective just to like shut it down and say fuck it. Ooh, David Bessie was pretty cool. If you ever went to Southeast Lake Erie, you could see it just puffing out the water vapor. Aren't you guys also operating multiple nuclear power plants? Submarine? Oh yeah. No, not just submarines. Our aircraft carriers are like, not all of them because what is it? We have some aircraft carriers that aren't nuclear powered, but like everything from the Reagan, the USS Ronald Reagan forward are all nuclear power. I think we might have like some nuclear power like ships even, like fuck it. No, this is what I mean. Nuclear power, we understand this shit really well and how to make it really safe. Okay? This is what I mean. We have submarines, we have aircraft carriers. I think we have some just normal ass ships that are just nuclear powered for shits and giggles. You know? We can just, that's why our aircraft carriers can just be on deployment forever and we just don't give a shit. We're just like, yeah, it's never gonna run out of fuel. It's a floating fucking city that's like not self-sustaining, but like we can just fucking send out ships to restock it. It never has to come back to like refuel or nothing. It has to come back like once every couple of fucking like years or like some shit at most to get checked up on. We know how to do nuclear energy and we're just like, nah. We could probably go down to a micronation and power it with our aircraft carriers. We could probably power some American cities with our aircraft carriers and we're like, but yeah, no, fuck it, we can't, nah. Listen, if we need to go bomb the fuck out of somebody, okay, nukes, we're all about it, but you know what? We need to, you know, keep the lights on at home. Oh no, nuclear power is scary, bro. Oh god, all or it's already happening everywhere all at once. I know you're not referencing the movie, but I like that movie. What is it? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once? That was a pretty nice movie. Oh, World War III might happen. It might always happen, but it might not, dude. You gotta live on what is happening. We have 72 nuclear submarines. Holy shit, do we really? Do we fucking really? Oh my god. Why do we need that many? Fuck. This is what I mean. This is like, why do we have 72 nuclear submarines? Because we fucking can. We're not using the nuclear material for anything else. We're not building bombs anymore. We should build bombs. Why? Just to fuck with people. We should just build like a bunch of nukes and just like not even put them in like warheads or anything. But I mean, there would be warheads, but not put them in missiles. Just build a bunch of warheads just to fuck with people. You know, instead of spending our money on stupid shit, we should spend it on really stupid shit. Just like fucking with the rest of the world. Just be like, yeah, we just made like 1,000 nukes. Why? Come over and ask us. You know, if you ever fired that many nukes, it'd create like a global like impact winter and you'd also be fucked. Yeah, but you'd be fucked more because you got hit by the nukes. Listen, I can shoot myself in the head, but I know once the bullet goes through my head, it's going into yours, and I can live with that. You literally can't. Fuck you, I can't. We don't operate any non-nuclear aircraft carriers anymore. I thought the Nimitz was non-nuclear. Is the Nimitz nuclear? Because the Nimitz isn't retired yet. It was suspended into 2027, its retirement. The Marines operate a few landing craft that can operate short takeoff. Okay, the landing craft, which are like mini aircraft. I love the mini aircraft carriers. It's like, what does it look like? It's literally just a baby aircraft carrier. It's fucking adorable. It can like only launch helicopters because it's not long enough to like do planes and whatnot. But it still looks like an aircraft carrier, and they're fucking adorable. I love them. Yes, they aren't all nuclear missile subs, though. What's the point of having nuclear subs if they don't also have nukes as their weapons? Some are just attack subs and, ballistic missiles. Yeah, but considering the, president y'all have, it might actually happen. Hey, you never know. You never know. I love the meme of where it's like Trump was like, yeah, like I talked with the president and he's really happy with what I did, with what I'm doing, and it's just like, and everyone's just making the meme that it's either the ghost of Andrew Jackson who's like, I'm proud of you, or it's this Trump in the mirror going, I'm proud of you to himself. I fucking love those memes. Oh hey, P Bandai USA just posted an ad for an Apex collab. Oh, for the Apex collab. I saw that earlier today. I forgot to mention it because we already talked about the Apex collab, and I was like, it's already kind of past my eyes. Like, I couldn't get in contact with the person to do the Apex collab. I was gonna contact one of Aries' friends, but right now, behind the scenes things, I'm giving her space. I'm not going to go into more information, but because of that, I can't talk to her, so I'm not going to talk to her friend, because I feel like it'd be awkward to go around her in that way. So we can't do the Apex collab, sadly. Let me put in the stream talk. Nimitz is it nuclear power? Fuck. I thought it wasn't. Fuck. How old is the Nimitz? Nimitz? Not Chester Nimitz. Nimitz class. It is nuclear powered ship. Lead ship in the class named for the World War II United States Pacific Fleet Commander and... Yeah, okay. When were you built? Nimitz looks fucking beautiful.
This is a big fucking aircraft carrier. Expensive. That's not what I care about. Built in 68, which makes more sense. I thought the Nimitz was like in the 50s or something. In service, where it was built in okay, no, construction probably started in 68. Again, these are floating cities, so the fact that it fucking construction started in 68 and it wasn't like in service fully tested until like 75 is completely believable. Because they would have had to build this thing and then they would have had to have like tested it out. So let me see here. The Zagaka in Seed Freedom is made of a conceal and Infinite Injustice 2, which is a nuclear weapon, which is banned in that period, so that funny crab might be breaking a few conventions. I do remember that, how like in Gundam Seed they're like no nukes because we have anti-nuke technology. And then in the end of the first season, they're just like, oh, by the way, here's like 2 Gundams that are nuclear powered. And we have anti-nuke technology, so we can fire nukes again. And it's like, what? It's so weird that they did that. They literally implement like no nukes in our universe. Like a fundamental thing in Gundam Seed is no nukes allowed. Like we literally make anti-nuclear technology, so you can't even have like nuclear reactors. And then they just go fuck it at the end of the season. Here's just Gundams with that are powered by nuclear reactors anyways. 75 commissioned. In commission. Through present. Okay. Completed 10. 10 are active. Oh my god, all the Nimitz are active still? Good for it. Okay. We're gonna have to end stream. So we're gonna end stream. Look at Tomoe's face, okay? Okay, think of the horses. Think of the horses, Ned, or whatever the character from Mice and Men is. Think of the horses. I'm gonna send you guys out. Let me start with because we're gonna be talking here forever if I don't. But we did build something. I know it's a miracle we did, but we did build something. What a cute Tomoe. Have a good one. You have a good one yourself. Let me look if there's enough people for a raid. There's 2. I'll raid you guys out if you. Let me find somebody. Let me go to miniatures first to see if there's anyone. Let me move my mic first so you can hear me. Let me find a place to send you guys off to. We probably won't be continuing this next week because we have to finish the Hyper Gyanko, and then we're going to... Let me move my mic closer so the audio's at least somewhat better. But we have to finish the Hyper Gyanko, and then we have to start the Dom from GQ. So we'll continue this probably in 2 weeks. It's the kit that never ends, don't worry. But... no stream end, all things must end. That's one thing I like about these prep streams is I can use the Tomoe mat, and it took me way too long to realize that. I wish I had other mats. The thing is, a lot of VTubers have more risque mats. Ooh, does Pippa have any mats? Those are always limited time. I went to Twitter instead of... There we go. Atya's streaming. Jezime is streaming. Pippa's streaming. I'm not gonna raid Pippa though. But let me see if anyone is doing any builds. 5 more days. I don't know what you're building. I don't know what you're building. I don't know what you're building. Okay. I'm gonna send you to Atya. He's doing some Power Wash Simulator, and I know you guys who are from Edo will like her, because Eda's kind of cozy but a little spicy, and so can... Ooh, I was gonna link her instead, I was stupid. But so can Atya. Atya's a good friend of the channel. So I'm gonna send you guys over to Atya. Raid. Search. Paste. What do you mean Atya doesn't exist? There we go. Oh, wait, no, we raided to Atya last time. So we can't raid to Atya 2 times in a row. Ah! You know what? Haze Shift is building the ball. I'm gonna send you to Haze Shift, because he's building the ball. Raid channel. Paste. He's building the master grade, like, crab ball or spider ball. So there you go, chat. Oh shit, did I just raid, like, immediately? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess I raided immediately. Okay, so, okay, no, it's not an immediate raid. Okay, let me find a place for YouTube while they are raiding out. I never ended the poll on what your favorite... I got so distracted by topics. You guys said Rick dumb, you hate Prince, you hate black people. You're racist! Anyways, racist. Oh, wait, no, you voted for Cha-Cha. You hate dinosaurs, though. Racist. Ooh, you hate dinosaurs? I'm a dinosaur? I feel personally offended. Nobody voted for Barney. Good choice. But... thanks for the stream. Take care, everyone. I want to thank everyone who's been here, whether you've been a chatter or a lurker. I love ya. Ooh, keep on rocking on. And, you know, have a good night. I forgot to do a reaction to a video that I wanted to do a reaction to, but whatever. We're going to be back with Signalis tomorrow. And then on... I have no idea what we're doing on Friday. We're doing Resident Evil. Okay, where is... Pippa's talking about Hot Wheels again. Okay, let's send you, this is just pure autism. I'm gonna send you to Pippa talking about Hot Wheels. Oop, there you go. There you go. That's for YouTube. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, that's a purple Hot Wheels. It's like it was meant to be, bro. So let's bye-bye Twitch.